Drow on the ground, who's is limping, but he can kind of walk.
Andrew will go up to them and I will hover my hands over his leg and I will cast at first level Cure Wounds.
Okay, so all his cuts and bruises all stitched together and clear off. He thanks you profusely.
He takes 6 points of healing damage.
Healing damage. I mean, he only needs one, as he's only a little NPC. And he says, "What are you doing here?"
A lot of reasons. What are you doing here?
He says, "Getting as far away from the Drow as we can."
Why would you get away from Drow when you're Drow?
He looks troubled for a moment and he says, we're not all like that. The ones that don't wish harm on others, the ones that don't follow the ways of Lolth, we're outcasts. The big clans have taken over.
Rog's gonna go, I know, because he's had something similar.
Oh, Andrew will ask, where are all the big clans based? They're not based in Embla by chance, are they?
He says, nah, you're definitely not from around here. Embla is, well, we wouldn't be welcome there, but that is it's a dwarven city, or it used to be a dwarven city. It went through a lot of turmoil, and it is trying to reach its previous glory of being a very open and welcoming city. It's actually the city of Holoth, the Drow city that is. They're planning to march on Embla. I don't know when. They're still amassing their forces.
I'm gonna ask him. Do you know about captives from the overground being taken? Have you heard anything of prisoners being brought down or any excursions?
He looks really sad, and he says, "Yeah, the lucky ones, I guess, are fed to Lolth. She likes to torment everyone, even her own followers. The not so lucky ones become slaves to the Drow, either laborers, concubines, whatever they want."
And are they taken to Halos or are they taken to a sort of encampment?
He says no, they're taken back to Holoth, and yeah, that's where they end up.
Mm.
Do you know anything about the different Drow groups? Is there any prominent gangs that we should be aware of? Symbols we should look out for, flags?
Well, he says the main clan that's taken power, taken over in Holoth is Clan Gullion. They're a fractured family that somehow have managed to seize control. Their symbol is, well, a spider usually. Most of my crazy compatriots have some form of spider as a symbol.
And they're the ones in particular that are going to march on Embla. Am I right?
Yes, yeah. Well, they're the ones that are rallying the Drow forces.
Estelle's going to look at Giles and go, why the interest in Drow? Because he doesn't actually know your story.
He don't really have a particular interest in Drow. He's just in the situation trying to find out as much about them as possible. He's never really met them before, so he's just going to say, just try and get all the information together so we can make good decisions.
That happens. I'll ask. You wouldn't happen to know who the? I'm assuming the matriarch of Clan Gillion is.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm asking if he knows the name of the head matriarch or the sort of. I can only assume it's the matriarch because we've only seen women in power.
It says, yeah, you're actually quite correct. The Drow are matriarchal, for better or worse. You're gonna ask me. I don't know. So many notes.
We'll shelf it for now. We'll just say
Shelf it, please. Yes.
Shelf it.
Just
I'll remind.
top shelf there.
I'll ask him. Well, what are you gonna do now? Can you go the overground? Can you go anywhere that you won't be?
He says the Underdark is this larger place than people realize. I think we'll find somewhere. Maybe when this war is over, we'll be able to return.
When we arrived at the cave, Peter, there was I don't remember if it's a pile of stuff. Like it was a bunch of equipment that Dresden
It was like traveling packs and it was traveling
Oh.
equipment, like
Yeah.
bedrolls and things like that.
So they're well equipped for the journey ahead, aren't they?
Yeah, he sees you looking around his stuff, and he says, "Don't worry, we're used to it. We've been doing this for a long time."
If he's sure, I mean, I can always spare a ration.
He says, "No, keep your rations. My son here is quite good at catching bits to eat. We'll be okay." Thank you, though.
Can he show us how to hunt in this place?
He looks to his son, and his son's like, "Yeah," and he grabs his little like tiny bow and arrow, and just looks up, and you all kind of look up, but you can't see what he's looking at, and he knocks an arrow, and after a couple of moments, he lets loose, and a couple of moments after that, like a bat, or rather a sturge, just drops to the ground, still twitching.
Impressive.
Nice work.
Good to know that
Hey,
they're
look.
edible.
The kid looks proud.
Frog's there looking like, yeah, that's cool. No, I had something, I lost it. Quick question out of character for the party. How is everyone doing on? I'm trying to recall what time if we had a long rest because we attacked the. Did we have a long rest after we buried the frost giant? Can anyone remember?
We were healed by the Valkyrie.
Oh, we were, yes. So we didn't long rest.
But does that mean that we actually need to sleep?
We have no sense way to. We have no way to tell time. I mean, not that we've discovered any means of how to keep time in the Underdark. It's dark all the time.
There isn't time in the Underdark.
Oh, it's just you drop when you drop.
Surely you'd develop a sense over time, wouldn't you?
You would, yes.
Yeah.
Your character is from the Underdark.
So, because we didn't. So when we got back to the camp, and we pretty much went straight into the fight and raising of thingy. There was no rest at the camp, was there? No, there
Not
was. There was a
really.
camp. Yeah, but there was. So there was
Oh.
we rested in the tent, didn't we? Because we somebody trod on a mushroom, so we needed a rest.
That was before the
Um,
Valkyrie, though, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, and then we
Yeah.
had the Valkyrie fight.
Yeah.
So I would argue it's probably been about 9 hours since our last rest.
And it's dangerous all the time, so it doesn't really matter when we take it, does it?
No. Arya
No.
would suggest a short rest and then
Yeah.
let's get going, but it depends what the party wants.
And we
Just
do
4
have to
hours.
eat. Sorry.
Wow.
Just 4 hours.
Yeah, just 4 hours.
Yeah, for
Exactly.
you. Yeah, for you who does it away from the nest.
Are you suggesting we take a short rest with the Drow?
Yes. Andrew will look at Estelle and go, look, it's just a kid and his dad. They're trying to get away. Do you really think they're going to do anything?
And he's gonna like hunch against the wall and be like, kicks back, puts his hat low, you know, like Bane, and just like watches them beadily from underneath the brim. He's got a hat on now. He does have it in his picture. So hood. Gets out his pipe, puts some weed into it, and says, just this nice aromatic smell comes out of the pipe.
What does a pipe
Like-
look like?
It's quite long, but it's got quite a big bowl to it because what he's putting in is quite chunky, and he needs to keep it lit. So
Well, what does it
Crossbow.
look like? Are there like decorations or anything on it?
no, just a plain pipe. Nothing special about it. It kind of looks almost like it's not made of wood, made of some kind of mushroom itself.
The father keeps looking at you like it just catches furtive looks every so often.
He's gonna go, what?
He says, "Don't I know you?
I
I
don't
feel like
think
I know
so.
you from somewhere."
I've got one of those faces. No. He's gonna go, depends. I've been around.
He says, "You're a deep gnome."
You're a clever guy.
He smiles.
That's gonna make Estelle uncomfortable, so he's gonna huddle down a bit more, pull it a bit lower, like he's trying to cover his face from a camera. Typical chap style.
The father says, "Actually, we're gonna get going. With thank you. I wish I could repay you, but I have no way of repaying you. I have nothing."
Maybe just shoot down a few more bats before you go. Then we've got some food for tonight. Or today. Or whatever time it is.
He reaches into a sack, a leather sack, and he pulls out a number of like dried meat things. There's no way of telling what it is.
How would you
My
cook
favourite meat.
in the Underdark? Because you can't light a fire, as in there's no wood to burn. So are there other things that
You can
burn?
burn other things, yeah.
I've got some oil.
But I suppose the mushrooms might, as long as it's not green. With the loam, kind of the loamy, is it like a loamy type ground? Almost like
I have-
peat.
I've never heard that word before.
So it's like sprung, wiry, dried roots and things.
Is yeah.
Testing your ecology here, Peter. I'll ask it. I was like, oh, before you go, would you be so kind as to tell us which way Embla is?
Estelle's going to look at you like, dude, like you don't trust his opinion, his directions.
I forgot. I'll be honest, and I'll look at him and go, I forgot about you. It's been a while. You're kind of quiet. What am I to do? Just sort of
doesn't
like-
mind.
You can't see the sort of face she's making because I picked up a skull that I've used to like give some flavor. So you just see like two eyes, like, eh.
It's not a bad question. You might know a better route than me. Actually, I tell you what, as he's walking off, he's going to call out, "Hey, been a while since we've travelled this way. What do we need to know?"
He says, "Just watch out for the Drow raiding parties."
And he's going to laugh because that's a joke, because you never see them coming.
Oh, before Drez runs away, Grog will shout him over and he'll bend down on one knee and get to as much to Drizz's height as he can because he's a big old Goliath. And I'll just look at him and go, you keep that knife. You keep your dad safe. You did good.
To answer your question about the person in Holoth, that's my strings, is Matron Maelora. Maelora.
Thank you.
He says, "Good luck, strangers, and safe journeys." And he says, "Oh, Embla is that way," and he kind of points. You were actually heading in the right direction.
Knew it.
Cool beans.
So Estelle, because we're still at the resting, I'm guessing, because he's left partway through. He's going to look at the party and ask, so why do you want to go to Embla? Why are you here?
Why are you here, gang?
I have no idea.
I'm here.
Well, that's a good question.
Thanks,
Been a
Phil.
while since you remember that story.
I'll
Moonshard.
oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, we're here to look for the moon shard, which, to put it, to make a long story short, the Drow came upstairs, took a few people, took someone important to me, and stole something important. Didn't want to give it back. It didn't end well for either party, and now we're here to collect our moon shard and our missing dipshit twins who, yeah, and then she just tirades about how useless their twin is and like, oh god, useless as a chocolate fire guard, that one.
He's interested in the twin. Doesn't care about the shard because he thinks you're stupid for coming that far, coming down below just for a piece of rock when there's so much. And he is a twin. You say? Where is she? Where are they? What's the story?
Well, we do share the same forest, we do, like anything, like siblings, you do split everything down the middle, you keep to your side, they keep to theirs, and arguments happen. They took care of one side of the woods, I took care of the other. Came to check up one day, found signs of a scuffle, drag marks, put two and two together, asked the trees, and tracked.
Trees? Looking at you skeptically, like there's ever more than one.
Yes, well, you don't get upstairs much, do you?
Why would I bother? There's nothing up there but sky. It's too big.
And trees.
Very nice. You won't fall up into the sky, You can, you're not going to be sucked into it.
Like,
I'll have you know, I'm jealous of the treetops, and there's lots of trees up there as well as sky.
Andrew will make the cheeky mark. Yes, there's one tree in particular
that he
he's
really likes to top. Yeah.
Yes, there is that he would like to top.
He blushes.
She's got the clap, but I suppose, love is love.
I said, well, I'll tell you, Emla's not what it used to be. I haven't been in a while. Last I left, it wasn't a good place to be.
Who is it? I guess who runs the show, really, to ask? Are they organized?
It used to be an amazing place, full of opportunity, but it went with an isolationist policy of only dwarves and kicked out everyone else. It went to the dogs then. It was Mayor Nalcook, who tried to throw everyone out, including the Drow, which is probably why they want to march on it now. But the last I heard, he was in hiding. Might be interesting to go back and tread the old haunts.
Grog will pick up his ears at the sound of you mentioning dwarves and only dwarves, and he'll go, "What kind of dwarves?"
The worst kind. The kind that aren't grey. that smell of treetops and snowfall. Blech.
Nice.
Nice.
I've
Charming.
got to ask Peter, what is the kind of dwarf that Grog hates?
Durgar.
Durgar.
It's not them.
It's not. So are Durgar the dark? Are they the dark-skinned dwarves, or
Yeah.
are they
Yeah.
bad? I don't know a lot about Durgar.
It depends on who you ask.
I'll save it for when Grog himself returns.
You know the quote from Lord of the Rings that the dwarves got greedy and dug too deep.
Yes.
Durgar.
Ah, yeah, got you.
They live in the city of Gracklestug.
Rattlestug, that's a word.
Yeah.
That could easily be a town in England.
Yeah.
probably
So
I
does.
take it that's up in the Underdark then, yeah. If they
Yeah.
dug down. Yeah.
that's the classic city.
Okay.
I've been studying the Underdark cities. Quite an interesting one, that one.
What's that one called?
Gracklestug with a GH on the end.
And then I'll bet the question back to Aston. I go, well, what does a gnome like yourself have doing business with a clan of druid elves?
After the unrest, and there was a civil war in Embla. After I left there, they took me in. I've been with them for about 20 years. They taught me many things.
And then Andrew will put two and two together. You're originally from Embla, aren't you?
I've been many places. That is one of them.
I'll leave it there. I'm not going to push the conversation.
And also,
While
I can't answer because I don't know the names of anything. So
while this is going on, I'll split the meat that Driz's dad gave us to keep us all fed.
Okay, you're taking a short rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How long is that?
an hour. You don't get 4 hours.
An hour? No, while we're having this hour, I'm going to use a spool of shadow to embroider.
I hope you brought your embroidery needles.
Comes with a needle. FOC.
Ah, okay.
By the way,
Mhm.
Sardia and Sarah can have inspiration for their top-notch roleplay now.
thank you.
Yeah, always welcome. Sorry, my sister
Always
is
useful.
messaging me. I'm not distracted. She's just absolutely
Yeah.
bombarded me.
So I just left Foundry by mistake. One sec.
Oh, here's a question. For Giles. Giles, did we notice anything different about Giles's hands as he's doing the spool?
Mm.
They are black.
Ooh.
Here's a question. Would Giles hide these, or would he make no attempt to? And if he did hide them, would it require a perception roll?
I think he is sort of hiding his black bits. Bit like you'd hide your white bits on the beach.
So everything, basically.
Would I? All right, here's a question. Would I notice Giles's plague hands? And would this be a roll off
That's up to Giles.
Giles?
Well, yeah, he's sort of hiding a bit. Who was sat next to me that time and actually saw him?
I was. I was
Alright.
stood next to you while you were comforting Grog.
So you've already seen him, haven't you? I think.
Have I?
Yeah, but you didn't question.
Oh, that's right. I noticed them, but I didn't dare say anything during that time because it was a funeral. I would probably, yeah, no, I would call Giles out. Like, as Giles is, doing his nana knit and go, I'll go, Giles, since when were your hands normally black? That sounded lots more racist than I wanted it to be. You know what I mean?
And he's like, well, it's. I think I've got a problem. This
And
one,
then he,
I think.
did you touch her? Did you touch the whore druid? Did you touch the whore tree? And like
No,
goes and
no,
grabs his hands. But did you get the lover's pox?
no. I did not get box from Tirtha. It's this bloody wand, but it's just so good.
You call it lover's pox.
Yeah, I did call it lover's pox. I couldn't think of any other. I wanted to come up with something witty, but that was the first thing. And they'll go, look, I don't care how good the wand is and how you use it. You shouldn't be, you don't play. Like, this is what happens when you play with your wand too much. You've heard the rumors. Go on, show us the wand.
Giles whips his wand out.
We have got the smut meter, please.
Yes, the lewd, crude, and slightly rude. Oh, by the way, it jumped the past couple of sessions. Can I look at Giles's wand? Well, hey,
Ooh.
Add it to the pile.
Can I have a peek at it as well?
Yeah,
If I'm, because we're all sitting round, are we?
Right, we all look at Giles's wand. I'm adding 5 points for that.
yeah, don't touch
Oh,
it.
nice
You can
wand,
look.
Giles.
Don't
Do we pass it round the circle?
When you get to 20 points, you get a magic item.
Oh dear. So
Challenged us now.
I don't want to touch Giles's wand, but from when he displays it, his wand to the party,
In all its glory.
in all its and all like 3 inches of it. Does it give being sensitive to sort of arcana and having a sense for druidic magic, and I guess with that you come being exposed to different kinds of magic after coming out the forest. Do I feel anything particular emanating, pardon me, from this wand?
Don't touch it. It'll go off, and then your hand will get.
It'll misfire. I promise it doesn't happen often.
Then you'll get dirty hands.
Do you want to waste a discharge?
Ah,
I promise it never happens.
please don't say discharge.
Yeah, so back to my question: Is Giles's lover's pox wand giving off some bad juju?
Not that you can see. It's just a really black wand. Not being racist.
Can we have a little?
Shoot.
We don't have identify anymore, do we? Can we have a little detect magic going on, please?
I mean, what's Giles saying throughout this as they're poking at his wand?
He's sort of like holding it back so they don't touch it because he is scared it'll go off.
I'm not gonna. I don't need to touch it for this, do I? Boom. There we go.
Grog, meanwhile, hasn't been fully listening to this and hears talk of wands, and he goes, "Do you want to see my wand?" And everyone's like, "No."
You've probably seen it 100 times already.
Put it away behind your wolf head or whatever it is that he's got there.
Yeah. Oh, Grog looks at Giles and goes, "It's not the length of the wand; it's how you use it."
I think I've been using my wand a bit too much.
Yeah, you really should get that checked out by a specialist.
So Giles is reluctant to share his wandy goodness.
Do I detect any dark magic? What would you call dark magic?
Necrotic?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, detect magic, it'll cover everything anyway, won't it? So I'm going to cast detect magic, and see if anything. It's not identify though, is it? But
No identifier now.
no. But is it magicking?
It is
Oh.
giving off necrotic emanations.
Okay. I'll probably just say to Giles, like, that's not good magic that comes from that, obviously, and point to his hands and be like, just be careful. You don't want to lose an arm or even a finger for that matter.
Does Giles play an instrument? Because he's a bard, isn't he?
Yeah.
Does he? Is it visible on his body?
My instrument visible on my body?
Yeah.
My flute.
Is that what it is?
It is.
Okay. Flute jokes are coming then, I think.
Did Giles go to band camp?
One time I went to band camp. Music.
That is the music I think of when I think of Giles.
It's his theme tune.
Oh
It is.
God, no! It's Don't Worry, Be Happy, isn't it? Oh fuck! I forgot we had that epic fight, and then this came on. It's this very serious conversation about wands and how to touch wands and handle wands, and the safe use of wands continues. Can I ask Giles questions? That happens when you play the wand?
When I
Do you-
play the wand.
Yeah.
Don't play
Don't
with your
play
wand
the
in
wand.
public. Do you know how many times you have to tell a 5-year-old that? It's ridiculous.
Don't indulge him by repeating after he repeats what you've just said.
I'm so glad I've got girls.
I'm confused. Are we talking about my wand or my flute here? Two very different things.
I think she meant your flute, Giles.
Yeah, my flute's top notch. That don't make me hands go black.
Estelle's
But
going to
you
look
know.
up at this and say, if you don't want to not, if you want to keep the fingers nimble and keep on fluting, I think we best get to Embla and get that sorted.
Yeah, we should looking at his hands.
Definitely recommend that.
Can I I'll ask Giles. Giles, can I please have a look at your hands? And I'll just ever so, if he permits it, because consent is important, just gently turn his hands and bend his fingers and sort of determine what sort of backlash he's getting from this wand. What exactly it is doing to his hands, if it's cursing him, if it's just causing his, if he's touched his wands too many times and his fingers are falling off.
Are you asking me, sorry?
Are my hands
Yes.
rotting?
What was it?
I want to do a medicine check to determine. I don't know, because it is arcana inflict damage on his hands. I want to know exactly what's happening to his hands.
Like, are my
If
hands
that makes sense.
falling off, or are they just looking dark
Yeah.
and evil?
Okay, so
Or
how
fingeriness.
describe to me how you're checking, like, how would you check this?
I would check the pressure that he feels in his hand. I would twist and turn. I'd bend his fingers, and what I would also do is I would sort of cast druid magic around it. So I would see just a bit of druid craft to sort of see the response to druidic magic that would come from, and his hands would react to, if there's any sort of reaction. If his fingers like curl in like a monkey's paw, and also like squishing it.
There's no reaction to any of the things that you do. You pinch his skin and it's still, supple, and there's obviously meat under there and blood. There's a couple of scabs that you pick off.
And I eat them like in Goldfinger. No, I don't. I don't eat the scabs. Oh, that's a big one.
Yes,
Put it in a
that's
little
your
pot
keeper.
and
That's your
keep it,
keeper.
yeah.
No, I don't eat the scabs.
And we're back round to members again.
I love gold.
So as far as I can tell, his hands are just black.
Yeah.
Purplish black, like they're very heavily bruised.
Not heavily bruised, no, like black.
Like he stuck his hands in ink, and it's just
Like the
Yes,
picture.
like that.
okay. Moving on from Giles's black hands and his wand, I turn to Aston and go, "That sounds like a great idea."
And this flute.
I'll turn to Aston and I go, "Well, how long do you feel that it will take to get to Embla?"
How long will it?
Just another 12 hours or so.
What I'll do is I will wild shape, and I will wild shape to like that program Stars in Your Eyes. Tonight, Michael, tonight, Peter, I will be, if I can find the goddamn tab I had for it. Shit, the bad. I will be a warhorse.
A
So you just,
warhorse
yes, you see a skeleton.
underground in caves.
Yes. Would you rather ride the giant spider?
Yes. At least that can crawl up a wall
No, I want to be a horse. That's
and a
fun.
chasm. And have you ever taken a horse inside?
Yes, but this isn't any old horse. This is an Andril horse. So you see Andril's head just sort of like, you know, when horses whinny, they sort of do that, and you just see the sort of animal style, like through 5 phases, and then eventually a war horse is standing in front of you and is like bending down to say to like the little people, get on,
All majestic.
all majestic and trotting. And I imagine Grog can Grog ride a war horse? How big is a war horse, Peter?
Grog is about the
Too
same
big.
size.
Oh, sorry, he's got long legs. He'll walk. So I'm trying to save the legs of the little people.
I've finished my embroidery.
He's sitting on the back. Um, Estelle's gonna look. He's never seen a horse in his life, and he's gonna be like, and like look you up and down, and kind of tentatively put his hand out, expecting your nose to come down. And have you ever had a horse woof on you, and you get that lovely scent?
I was
of, like,
just about to say,
grass?
Andrew Horse looks down and goes,
And he's going to look up at you and go, "Never tried this before." And he's going to cast, assuming it'll work. It might not. Oh, this is new. Okay. Would that work
Peter, would
yes.
it work?
Yeah, you would. Of course it would.
with a druid? And he's going to look at you. Let me see. How does it say we talk? Is it like a mind-to-mind thing, or is it a spoken? It's going to be mind-to-mind, isn't it?
Is it a psychic WhatsApp, Peter?
Verbally communicate with beasts, so it'll just be. I guess you're talking horse, isn't it? It says there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to look at you and he's going to go, and he's going to say,
And then you just hear Andrew back in Horsebook, "Don't you speak like that to me."
"Sorry, I've just never had the chance to try this before." And he's a bit fangirly now because he's, like you say, he's mushrooms and big nasty beasts and the occasional fish, but never a horse.
Andrew Horse will go, which translates to, "Get on, short ass."
So he's gonna like takes one look, like agilely leap from the ground up onto your back, and then look at the others, going, "It's great up here," but not actually saying that because he's a deep gnome. So he's just gonna be
Like the kid that doesn't want to ride and is like, "No, I don't want to go on it," but is eventually on the ride.
Yeah.
Is like, "I'm having the best time of my life."
"But I can't show it. I'm supposed to be
And-
miserable."
Andrew Horse will look at the other two, go,
He says, "Get on, come on, guys. Sorry, get on."
like pretending not to be excited.
Yeah, like literally giddy up.
Is Giles going to play some music?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, what have we got?
Actually, do you know what? I've got a whistle here somewhere. I could get that.
Yes.
I love it.
3 hours later.
And it's going to be, "This is the weirdest party I've ever been with."
The Andrew Horse will bite Grog, like just nudge Grog to say, "Come on," and then start the dun.
Okay. So, Estelle, you can't help but notice how much noise these upperworlders are making.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be like, it's gonna say to Andril in horse, "Can't you tiptoe or something? Your hooves echo on the stone."
Tiptoe.
Meanwhile, Jaws is blasting the flute.
The Drow with the. Never mind finding the Drow. They're gonna find us.
So I can only imagine that I'm doing a. I will slow my pace to a Clydesdale plop, just like. Dum,
What's
dum.
the terrain? So is it all stone? Because it can't all be stone if there's mushrooms growing.
It's
So there
not.
must
No, it's
be.
not stone at the moment. Where there's mushrooms, it tends to be like soil, and
So it wouldn't be that. I mean, it'd be slightly muffled, wouldn't it?
there's a very earthy smell.
You can look
What?
behind you at the dirt you're clodding up.
You just hear. And Andrew goes, "There's not a lot I can do here. Have you got a carrot?" Oh,
Hang on. No, that's not what I thought it was. Damn it. We need. So Grog has non-detection spells, doesn't he?
Grog
Pass
can
that
see.
trace?
Grog can
Mile.
see for a mile in darkness, regardless. I can see.
I haven't decided on that yet.
Oh, okay. Trying to make right. So foregoing Grog, I have dark vision for 120 feet, and because I have Devil's Sight, I can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical.
What?
But no, I was thinking about pass without a trace would silence your hooves, and I know someone's got it. I used to have it.
I do. I have it, but I
but you
can't cast it.
it.
I am a horse.
I think I'm
Can't do much
I've
as a
got-
horse.
Oh, are we just going at a walking pace?
Well, I can gallop. I can canter.
Well, I'm just thinking if we're just walking, I might jump off behind you. I've got the boots of false tracks, so I can like make them drow shaped feet and just kind of like muffle your hoof prints or whatever. Like,
Oh, like just sort of just with your foot do that as I walk.
just kind of yeah, and then leave drow prints there, so it looks like drows have been through this way.
Question for Estelle. Throughout the time that I'm carrying you, can I feel that you're quite excited to be riding and you're like looking around like this is grand, like because it's obviously a new point of view, a new like animal.
Yeah, I'm kind of standing up on your is it hocks, shoulders, with my hands up on the head, kind of looking like this, because your neck's just about my height. So I'm standing up and kind of riding it like a surfboard.
You'll just hear the you're having fun, are you?
It's like, well, this is new, but I'm a bit. It's very loud. We're too loud. It's not just the drow. There's other things here.
Can I try to be stealthy, Peter? And does it? How does a horse roll? Right. So I'm gonna fuck it. It's D&D. I'm gonna make my own rules with the stealth check. So the horse, ever so slightly, instead of altering the pace, is going to be ever so gentle. Because horses are not known for their gracefulness. Well, some of them are. So it'll be a very. I will slightly sort of cushion my hooves. I will aim for the softer bits on the trail, the soft and squishy bits that don't make a lot of noise, and because horses have 350-degree vision, so I can see all around me. Keep my eyes on the keep my eyes forward and just sort of avoid any rocks and aiming for squishy bits, aiming for the slight ones.
As you rig for silent running, you can all hear vaguely and feel like a very slow rhythmic thump in the ground.
Like a war drum, or like a something big moving, or just not.
Something big moving.
Can
and then
we?
another thump.
Is there anything we can track? Like, is there any obvious thing that's passed through?
Are you keeping off the road, or are you staying?
I think we've stayed on the road. So
Yeah, we've stayed on the road, but just sort of doing the weird serpentine movement. Here's a question: where's the bullet dog? Where's old Bullet Bill?
Is fast asleep in his knapsack, in Grog's knapsack.
Oh, he's useless, the prick. I'm gonna I'm gonna stop moving. Can I hear the
Yep.
thump thump?
Yep.
Can I tell if it's with? Can I feel the vibrations in the ground, or does it feel like? Okay, is it? Can we feel the vibrations through the ground, or do we physically hear the thump?
Both.
Oh no, Brian.
Would I know if there's something big nearby, or something known in the area? Because I would have travelled this road before.
The biggest things that you know of are beasts of burden called skilled pads. And they look like half dinosaur, half turtle creatures. They're actually herbivores, and they're used by the dwarves they create like great big caravans when they go on trade missions, and you are on the main trade route.
And it sounds like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to ask the party to pause, put my hand on the ground, and listen to the thump for a second, and then go. I think it's a caravan coming this way. We should be okay, but let's go careful and move off the road.
The horse goes. Nay.
Oh,
Nay, no, or nay, nay.
now watch me,
Just-
nay nay.
Yeah, watch me, nay, nay. And then the horse just sort of turns and thump, 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 and like tries to find a rock and sort of
Like this.
hunches. I don't know. Horses don't hunch; they sort of flop down on their weird little things. So I guess just sort of, I'm gonna loaf like a cat loaf, but a horse loaf.
So like lying down.
Well, ready for action, but lowering the body.
Okay. Can we tell if the sound is coming this way?
Yes, it is. Are you going to wait for them?
I would suggest that Estelle would go on and do a bit of a scouting mission. Maybe take Andrel with him. Not Andrel. What's Aria's character called?
Aria.
Aria, sorry. There you go. And maybe suggest that we go on scout ahead, because I'm still not sure of the political landscape in Embla. So I don't know if it's going to be a good party or a bad one.
Grog will sit down beside the horse and start petting the horse, but be, you shout if you need me. And then
What's Charles doing?
Is there any sort of foliage that Giles could climb, similar to a tree, but not?
I mean, there's different sized mushrooms, but the road, for obvious reasons, what needs to be kept secure, so it's been chopped back quite a lot
Like a furrow.
from the road.
Okay.
Right. Well, Giles has got Mask of the Wild, so I can attempt to hide even when I'm only lightly obscured.
Okay, so you're staying with the horse.
Yeah, but in the vicinity, but hiding.
Okay.
We cut up a shroom and
So Estelle and Aria are heading out for a scouting mission.
gonna suggest if Aria's up for it. Let's
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so he's gonna look at Aria and go, "You go left, I go right. Stay in the trees, don't be seen. Stay in the stalks, don't be seen." And we're gonna move out maybe 20 foot off of the path and start making a parallel journey along, moving as fast as we can, or I would be.
Okay. The thumping gets louder as you travel down the path. You absolutely cannot miss it as two gargantuan creatures. Well, you've seen them before, Estelle, but Aria probably hasn't. So let me share this.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like some
Uh,
art.
so the dwarves have rigged some kind of basically like a miniature trade post on top of these creatures. There's one dwarf up front holding some very strange looking apparatus that seems to steer the beast, and then behind there's a number of what appears to be trade goods, all strapped to the back, and it's even got its own little like a crane to offload everything. How close do you want to get to these things?
I'd like to get within earshot.
Earshot.
Yes.
You'll have a job.
Even though I'm invisible if it's dark.
It is. I mean, it is dark, yes, but you can't hear anybody saying anything because of well, first of all, the noise from this
Okay.
thing, and they're
Yep.
quite high up. You won't be able to hear them speaking. Can I have some stealth rolls from you?
Yep.
Yeah, the dwarves don't seem to be, even the lookouts don't seem to have seen you.
Can I see? How far is Arya from me? Can she see? Can we see each other? Do we keep track?
You tell me.
Yeah, I think as we were walking down, we kept track of where each other was. No.
Yeah. So I'm gonna motion to like, so you can't see, doing the turn back look. And try and ask you to go back to the other guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
while
yeah.
this is going on, Giles, Androl, and Grog hears shouting from the other direction down the road. You hear various popping sounds, but mainly shouting, the odd clang of swords.
Grog will be the first response because he's got danger sense. We'll probably be able to tell, and he'll just stand up and is Giles nearby?
Yeah. I'm close
And
to
he'll
you.
just sort of Grog is in his emo phase, so he will just sort of grunt at Giles and make his way towards the sound of swords clashing. Andrew will get up and follow him, still as a horse.
Yeah, I'll sort of like follow along in the high
And
grass,
stalks.
stalks, veins, whatever.
The various sized mushrooms.
Yeah.
Most of these are bigger than you. Most of these mushrooms are bigger than you. As you reach the sound of the clashing sounds, you see these three huge gargantuan beasts of burden. The dwarves on top of them, they look similar to the ones I just described to the other two. The dwarves on top of them are shooting arrows and various like fire bolts somewhere beyond them. There's a lot of shouting between them, orders being given. These creatures make a very deep, guttural, like mooing sound.
The beasts of burden or the creatures they're shooting?
The beasts of burden as they occasionally rear up.
By committee, do we feel that Grog would make his way into the thick and fray of it?
No, it's not completely.
No, I
he'd
think
do it
unless
alone,
someone were in, no, unless someone were in danger, like kids and stuff like that, I don't think he would.
Do we feel that he would shout out to the dwarves?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he wouldn't, yeah, you're right, he wouldn't jump in, but I feel like he would at least shout to get the attention.
As he shouts, you all hear a couple of arrows whistle past your ears from the tops of these beasts.
Now, that Grog would respond. Grog would respond to go, "What are you shooting at? I asked a question. That's rude."
Just being nice.
You see an elderly, fairly like a white beard, robed dwarf, and he's got like this monocle, and he's really squinting hard at you. And he shouts to the others, "Never mind them. Keep shooting at the others."
Oh, we've
Oh,
lost
excellent.
Meg.
So
Grog would-
they turn their attention back to whatever they were shooting at.
I feel like Grog would ask, "What are you shooting at?" Or he would try to find the source of the shooting. By committee.
The dwarf, one of the other dwarves answers back, and it says, "A bit busy right now. Either help or shut up."
Help with what?
And he points like, because he can obviously see what they're shooting at because he's so high up, but all you can see is these
But
beasts kind of
Grog
just
would see it,
bumping
wouldn't
into
he?
each other.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
Grog's
Grog
like-
see with his 100-mile?
You can't see through these beasts though.
Oh,
No. Oh, so we can't see. It's like.
It's on the other side of them.
Oh, right.
It's like you're waving up at the Titanic passengers, and
Oh,
they're
right.
pointing at something on the other side of the Titanic.
okay.
I feel like Grog would
Finished.
run, just for style points, Grog would run under the legs of the turtle dragon beast of burden and make his way to the other side.
Are you following him?
As a
Yeah,
horse.
the horse, of course, will follow. Ah,
I'll follow him, still hiding though.
As
think-
you reach the other side, you see a number of drow, and one of those horrific spiders, which is shooting bits of web at the dwarves, and they're firing back, so they're firing at each other. In the meantime, Estel and Arya, you reach where you left your companions, and you can hear the sound as well, but your companions aren't there.
So we're going to track them because they definitely would have left horse-sized prints.
Ooh, let's have a nature roll from whomstever is tracking.
I think I have advantage when tracking in the Underdark.
If you have
But-
advantage, roll with
But
advantage.
let's if that's enough, let Arya do it.
15. Arya spots the horse's track straight away.
Over here. Follow where they're going.
Wouldn't take us long to get there, would it?
No. Just a few minutes. So what's the rest of the party doing then? What are you going to do with these drow?
Grog would like to rage, which I feel like would be his first point of call.
Miss,
Okay.
I heard a spider attacking. Are you saying it's a drow attacking them?
A drow and a spider
Ah,
with the
okay.
drow is attacking this convoy. They're quite high up and they're dug in where they are, so some of the arrows like whistle past you as well.
Can Grog spot the drow? Is my question, and the spider.
I mean, it's kind of above, in just like behind some rocks. He's gonna have to climb a bit to get up there.
In that case, Grog. Sorry, I should have asked that first. By committee, do we feel that Grog would first climb towards the drow, or would he chuck rocks at the drow to get their attention?
We might. How high is it? Is it a climbable
He has
climb?
their attention. He has their
Oh,
attention.
they're on
Yeah,
him.
you can see like arrows pinging off him.
Oh,
From the
right. In
drow?
that case, Grog would rage because
Yeah.
he is being attacked, and like a man possessed because he has been in a depressive state. He's swapped, I imagine, and this is me bullshitting, so please stop me if you think I'm wrong. He's flipped from one end from being a depressive to an absolute
Yes.
raging maniac.
He is. He's feeling those feels.
Yeah, he is a man and he is feeling things. and he is hauling ass towards these Drow.
What's everybody else
So-
doing?
Luckily, I can't
Sorry,
cast
this isn't going on outside my house.
enlarge because I'm out of second level spell slots.
Do
I
we
wouldn't
see how
worry about
many?
that too much.
Do we know how many Drow it is?
There's probably 4, maybe 5.
Okay.
The time for some spells.
Somebody trying to break into your house?
No, it's assholes beeping at each other.
Oh, good.
Ugh.
Nobody breaks into my house. There's fuck all here.
It's telling you where all the virgins are.
Does it tell you what? There's a lot of virgins in this area, and it ain't in this house. Listen, it's all the arsons happen on the street below, and all the honor kills happen up the road. We're a pocket of safe.
Wow.
I'm not joking.
Go on then.
Excuse me. Sorry, Giles, you first.
Take them down with you. Because I
Are
get
we in initiative?
Where's the lid?
No, we're doing Theatre of the Mind.
So Estelle's gonna, seeing that there's a bit of combat coming, Estelle's gonna find a lucky point. So he's gonna hike up one of the mushrooms and make himself a point up there, away
Okay.
from any mushroom lights in the darkness.
One of the dwarves makes there's like a grunt as he falls off this creature and hits the deck with an arrow through his throat.
So Estelle's in
Dead.
position. He's gonna shoot, but I don't know what anyone else is doing.
Right, yeah. I'll
Are you-
release an arrow at the same time.
So you're all returning fire.
Yeah.
I will gallop as far as I can to the base of where the incline begins. I will drop my wild shape, and as a cantrip, I will cast good old thunderclap.
Oof.
This has a range. You'll have to. It's a sound that can be heard to 100 feet away, but I don't know the range of the actual spell, Peter. So how do I find that out?
Does it say like what the range is itself? What is
It
it?
just says target. It usually gives me a distance that I can cast it at. It just says a 15 feet cube, but I don't know if I can cast that 60 feet away from me or.
It's probably centered on yourself.
15-foot cube is centered on yourself.
Oh, bollocks to
Um,
that. I will cut instead. I'll drop that and I will cast S-Knife, which has a range of 60 feet. So looking up at the Drow, I will slosh a bit of water out the for flavour. Slosh a bit of water out in the hands, cup it, and then sort of do a hammer throw and fling the water, which transforms into a ice knife up the hill towards the Drow.
You hear like a pop as your ice knife connects, and what you just hear screaming from above as momentarily the shooting pauses from the Drow. And you hear like a flurry of shouting and calling, and then the next thing you hear is the dwarves saying, "Hey, they're retreating!"
Grog would still go after them because he is deep in the rage. If everyone agrees,
Yep.
Yeah.
this is a man that will not stop.
He's the first one at the top, but Estelle can already see that these drow are like retreating into various cubbies in the rocks behind them. And as Grog reaches the top, he finds nobody there. He can just about catch like the spider climbing all the way up to this massive rock formation behind.
By committee, do we feel that Grog would throw something in a fit of rage?
He's throwing one of those axes at it.
No, he's going to pick up a rock and throw him
Okay.
because he was ready for a fight and he's
And
not
then-
getting it.
Like a Hulk smash.
Yeah, he would pick one up and
like
Have you ever
rage
seen
at
a-
the sky.
a drunk man that has been pissed off on a night out picks something up and doesn't throw it well, but throws it with a lot of force.
Yes.
and he probably swears in giant, which no one speaks, and it's just he's saying like the bad words in giant language.
Okay, in his huge hand, he finds the biggest rock he can find that it can fit in one hand, and does like a hammer throw. There's a couple of spins, and then hurls it up at this spider, which connects. It hits the spider like right on the back. A spray of green and white goo falls down as the spider follows. The spider just hits the deck with a flop, and as guts and entrails just explode out of it and just coat everything.
I don't think that's going to be enough to Grog. He's going to rage stomp all over it, get
Yeah.
himself covered.
Yep, he's going to continually attack.
Yeah, so that this spider that was already singed and burnt and pierced with arrows kind of gives its last twitch as Grog brings his big foot down on its head.
And he collects one of the mandibles for his prize. For his
Yeah,
belt.
but he doesn't do it gently. He forcefully rips it out.
Yeah, he's like ripping it apart like it's a giant
'Cause-
crab.
Yeah, because usually he would give care to how he extracts it, like to keep the trophy. He doesn't give a shit. He's ripping that shit out. He's
Okay,
making a new necklace.
Better let Chris know he's got a new
A new
he's got a new
trophy.
thing for it.
I'll message him now.
Oh, do you know what? He'd probably put out if he's got is it a poisonous spider? Does it have a poison attack?
Yes, it does.
Because most spiders poisons in the tail like a scorpion, isn't it? He'd probably pull that out and use that instead.
The anus.
Instead of the mandible. Yeah.
The anus.
But Grog's not that
Silk sack.
smart. So I feel like no, Grog's not the smart one to pull he would go for more the flare.
Yeah.
So it'd either be the mandible or the fangs.
Because I'm thinking like
the
the spider in Lord of the Rings, isn't it? Attacks with its abdomen.
Yeah, most spiders don't have the poison sting. It's all off in the taste.
Yeah.
If anyone disagrees on, the Grog committee, please do tell. I'm pulling up my
He's
ass.
got mandibles. He hasn't got an
Yeah.
asshole, so
Yeah, he rips those teeth out like a man possessed. Not giving a shit if he scratches or if he is just, ugh.
A cheer comes up from the top of the one of the creatures. As they're all like bumping chest and bumping fists. Well done, lads.
Lads.
Well, while this is going on, Estelle's going to drop down and check out the dwarf that fell to the floor. Is he a goner?
He is very much a goner. He fell from a great height, but also that arrow got him right in the gullet.
Oh, okay, yeah. You said, didn't you?
The rest of the dwarves climb down once they're certain that it's safe. You can hear the other two creatures kind of slowly making their way towards you, and they go straight to the fallen comrade. One of them takes his helm off. Well, they all take their helms off and just kind of hold it to their chests as they whisper some prayers.
Andrew will spot the sort of prayers going over and will toddle along. And as sort of response to their prayers, I will cast Gentle Repose.
Okay. With what purpose?
Just to preserve the body so he doesn't. I don't know how long this trip's going to take. Let's keep him in good nick. So I've shoved it in chat. I don't know if Gentle Repose heals any wound, like any superficial wounds that the body had. It just protects it from decay.
It stops them from. It stops the body from decaying. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. So he's a fresh body.
Yeah, it can't become undead.
So
And
I
that's
will
it,
just
so they can get him back to be buried because they're travellers, aren't they? So
yeah. I'll just turn to them and I'll go. He's good for a bit. He won't expire.
The older dwarf steps up to you and says, well, first of all, our thanks. And who are you? Who's this guy? And points directly vertically up at Grog.
I'll
look down at him just to check the skin tone, just to make sure And he goes,
Yeah.
"You're
Oh no,
not a Trauger, are you?"
these are regular dwarves.
Oh, these are
Yeah.
these are garden variety. Grog will sort of. I imagine he's still like in bloodlust, so he's still a bit like. So, but he'll calm down. Yeah, yeah. He'll calm down a bit and go, like, "I'm Grog, at your service." And like he starts adjusting the spider mandibles around like his neck.
He says, "It's a great thing what you did. These supplies are sorely needed in Embla. We've been constantly attacked over the last few weeks by the Drow."
What supplies?
Which way are you heading? Sorry?
What supplies are they?
He says it's from the upper world. It's food and weapons.
Oh, we're from the upper world.
He says, "I know. I've just never seen his kind before," and he points at Grog again.
I'll shout I'll like wave the party over to. Oh, would you we're heading to Embla. Would it be possible to catch a lift on and I'll point at the giant fuck off, mega beast that they're riding on.
Oh, on Bessie, of course.
Bessie, of course,
How
it's
can you
called
draw
Bessie.
something like that?
He says, "We're actually heading for Embla ourselves."
I'll ask him politely. Oh, so would you be willing to give us a lift?
Yes, of course.
Handy
I'll-
fellas like you, of course.
I'll shout the party over. Go, guys, we've got a lift to Embla.
Woo!
Can
Yeah,
these things
so we
actually
just hear
pass
from the
each other on
mushrooms,
the road?
"Woo!"
They start deftly climbing these rope ladders up to the top, and it just motions you up. It says, "We've got to keep moving. We don't want them to come back."
Let's follow them up. Right, yeah. Anyone not climbing up because they're not moving that fast, are they?
No, but they are carrying a lot of stuff.
Still 12 hours to get.
Probably less than that because they're basically
Even on a
non-stop.
slow beast. I'm just thinking long rest opportunity.
4 hours, isn't it?
Ooh.
At least.
You can probably get some kip, but you might get woken up.
I'll try. It's worth a try.
Yeah, try and get some rest.
4 hours.
See-
Go on.
I'll seeing that Grog, the usual chatterbox of the party, is sort of gone off and gone to lie down. I'll do this socially awkward chatting to the new friend that you made on the bus while all of your other friends are, like when you go to Russia, Peter, and you make friends with Ivan and Yuri, and they invite you to a church to sing,
A church
and you-
karaoke, yeah.
and your wife wants nothing to do with it, but you've made some friends, so you got to chat to them.
There's a story there.
There is a story there, and the photo as well.
Oh, nice.
I'll make small talk with the dwarves while the party has attempts to have a kip, and I go, oh, like the. So, are you native to Embla, or are you just a merchant?
He
Trying to
says,
get their story.
It says, "I born and bred."
Oh, you're from the Underdark. What made you head upstairs?
He says, "We frequently trade on behalf of the merchant circle in Embla, but supplies have been short recently because of all the raids on the supply convoys. We travel all over the Underdark, the deeper Underdark, wherever it takes us."
Are the raids every day, I guess? Or are they so frequent now that it's normal?
He says, "I don't know how the bastards find us. Guess it's the size of this thing." And points
Yeah.
at Bessie.
You can't exactly miss them.
I'll mention. I'll just have a look at. We've been in the Underdark a little while, and we've heard rumors that the Drow are planning to make an attack on Embla. Is it can they win against Embla?
He says, "Well, they've already tried once and failed."
Recently, or
Aye, about a year ago.
And
how'd
how
you
are
stop
the?
him? Oh, sorry, Sarah, go on.
No, that was a similar question.
With dwarven steel.
Estelle's going to look at you and go, "How much steel is left?"
He says there's enough for the old boys, but we're trying to bring up some new soldiers. We need more weapons, and we need more guards on these convoys.
Gonna say if the guards, if you're losing, I can't do the voice anymore. Estelle's gonna be like, "You're losing guards on the convoys. You've lost guards in an attack," and I hear rumors that there's another force brewing. How are you going to stop them this time?
He says, I'm actually not at liberty to tell you everything that we're up to,
But you don't seem
but
worried.
we have a plan.
That's enough for Estelle.
I'll in the confusion, Andrew will perk up and go, "Oh," and take off the goat skull helmet. I go, my apologies, I've never introduced myself. It's bad manners. I am Andrew. Our guide, Estelle, and I'll point at the hulking figure of Grog, which I can only assume is snoring away because Grog doesn't give a shit about bumpiness. That's Grog. That's old Giles of the Treetops and Arya.
He says, nice to meet you. I'm Gremden Mountain Force.
How do you spell that, Peter?
Gremden, Gremden, Mountain Force.
What a name, Mountain Force.
Who's in charge here?
I am. Me, Gremden, Mountain Force.
You look a bit young to be leading your own excursion.
Did I mention that he's old?
No, I forgot
He's
that bit.
old as fuck. He's
I'm
missing an
charming
eye.
She's just
him.
being
He can
nice.
be, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
He says, thank you very much. He looks at you and he's looking at you, Estelle, and he's trying to remember. And he's like, do I know you? What's your name?
Estelle. Estelle Darkfoot. I did live in Embla. Maybe we connect. Maybe
Darkfoot. You're from them gnomish royals, aren't you?
there are no gnomish royals.
Andrew will turn and look at Estelle and be like, "Oh yeah, here we go."
There's no royals left.
I'm sorry about that. The city's been completely overrun was the last news I got.
He's not going to say anything. He's just going to sink a bit lower in himself.
He says, don't worry, Embla will welcome you back.
So about Embla, is the Four Horseshoes still there?
No, it burnt down in one of the Drow raids.
They did the best mushroom stew in the quarter.
Aye, they did, but the chef is still alive.
Ah.
He says, she runs, what's it called? The Hammered Tavern. She still makes that mushroom soup.
We'll have to check it out, and I'm going to look at Andrew and go, the best mushroom soup you've
The
ever
tail
had.
just starts like whacking in happiness, like
Yeah.
and it like, oh yeah. I'll turn to Gremden. Is it Gremden?
Yeah.
Gremden, and I'll go. Andrew will go, Gremden. We heard that the Embla is closed off to all but dwarves. Is that still true?
Oh no, that fucker got kicked out of the city good and proper.
He's not dead.
Oh, no doubt hanging out with the Drow. It was found to have been working with them the whole time.
Andrew ponders a bit and turns to Estelle and goes, wouldn't that mean that the Drow have access? They know where all the hidey holes and passageways are?
I'd say that even Naluk didn't know all the hidey holes. He wasn't the kind of guy to go and check the back alleys. He was very much your pompous bishop.
I'll ask Gremden again. Gremden, are there any alchemists or potion makers in Embla?
It says I, of course.
I'll also. Do you have anyone that's particularly good at, say, tracking other people for a fee? Alive, and like point out like alive, of course. You know, I'm looking for someone. Believe the Drow have them.
He says, "Oh well, if the Drow have them, you're gonna have a job getting them back. I don't think we can't spare any manpower to help."
Andrew will look crestfallen and be like, "Oh, okay."
But
Aria will pipe up and be like, "You need someone tracking. I might be able to help. I've got contacts all over the place."
Andrew will turn at Aria and just like give a big smile and look a little bit more hopeful.
Yeah, we'll make some
Well,
inquiries when we get to Emblem.
yeah, this sounds like a conversation over a drink.
speaking of which, and he points off in the distance, and it's unmistakable. It's a glowing lights, just fill this cavern up ahead. A magenta / purpley one, like fuchsia, a blue one, and a green one, and they're all like it's unmistakable. They're just glowing. And it says the Embla City Lights. It makes my heart skip a beat when I see those lights. I know that I'm home.
And Andrew will slap Grog awake because doesn't want anyone to miss the view. Like, get up, you're missing the view. Come on, there's beer here, there's ale. And I imagine, going off party. What do we reckon? Do you reckon he'd just slouch back over, or he'd actually get up and have a look? Because he's despondent.
He might be like, and make an effort, but he's not going to lift his shoulders, I would say.
Andrew will put the hands on her hips and look to Giles and sort of give a need to do something about this, sulky Goliath.
Giles is staring into space.
He's trancing.
I'm trying. This cardboard box.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Give us
No.
Barbie Girl trap
Don't do
remix.
it.
Can we have a pee break, please?
Yeah.
Lovely.
The dwarf is starting to write something official on an official looking paper as you go for a wee.
Right, we'll get
Do we
back
just
to
like hover over the edge of the beast and
What? No.
Dwarf's like, don't do that, just use the pee tube, and just hands you like a long pipe.
oh shoey?
Shiwi.
I'll be back in a sec.
In a Barbie world, laughing plastic. It's fantastic.
Have you put Barbie World on again, Peter?
I have, yeah. Come
Oh,
on, Barbie, let's go party. Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I'm not listening to the soundtrack today then. Oh.
Let me see if I can find the flute version of it.
A flute. Okay, I'll be impressed if you can find a flute version of it.
Way. What do we find the flute version of?
I'm a Barbie girl.
Hang on. I might have something.
You play the flute, don't you?
I play the
Shadia?
saxophone.
Ah, right. What about the saxophone version? Oh, you fucking stupid thing.
Who's dropped?
Hello?
Hello.
I just checking you can hear me. My internet is a bit shit. It keeps dropping.
I couldn't find my pan flute, but I found something better. Oh, you can't hear it because the sound. Hang on, let me.
The zoo.
I will eventually figure this out. How the fuck do you record stuff on Discord?
Do it on WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. How do I do it? Shit.
I think you just hold the record button down, and as soon as you start
Oh,
hold
it
it
is.
down, it starts recording.
Yeah. There you go.
What
Awesome.
have I walked into?
Did you hear that?
I
Yeah.
had that, but
Oh, thank God, because it didn't record on WhatsApp. There you go. That's the best I can do.
That's very good.
amazing. But why do you have a kazoo at home?
Oh God, no! Peter found it.
Why not?
It's
I don't
true,
have a
I
kazoo.
suppose.
You know when you're drunk and you go on Amazon and you're like, that looks like a good purchase.
Kazoo.
Oh, don't. I just discovered Timu. Have you done it?
Oh, don't. Oh, fucking my dad's discovered Temu. It's fucking
Stupid.
horrific.
It's awful.
Don't buy that cheap shit. It's not good for anybody.
Can't help it. I need a toothpaste squeezer for 48p. Come on.
No, you don't. You've got fingers.
Toothpaste squeezer. You mean
Is it
like
Frog
this?
shape.
English?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's not good.
Has anyone seen that movie Oppenheimer? Because I'm seeing a lot of parallels
yet.
between Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Nah, apparently that's fake.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't just. This is Giles' rendition of it.
It is.
Yeah. So a story for them. Growing up, I had no Barbies. I had a Cindy, if you know what that is.
Cindy. Yep.
I burnt her feet because I had a cupcake and my mum stuck a candle in it, and I wondered what would happen if I stuck Cindy's feet. So I guess I gave my Cindy 3rd-degree burns. My sister, on the other hand, had 20 Barbies and 1 Ken.
Jesus.
Is this? What's the age difference between you and your sister?
18 months. I had Beetleborgs, if
Okay.
anyone knows what those are.
No.
Nope.
I had action figures. I was not a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world.
What were they called?
Beetleborgs.
Beetleborgs.
Bad Beetleborgs. Yeah, I'm a 90s child. Hang on, let me find it.
I didn't have Barbies. I had Barbie horses. I didn't like the Barbies.
No, I didn't have Barbies either.
Big bad Beetleborgs. What?
Hang on, I found it.
No.
This is what they look like. It was obviously...
It's like a cut price Power Rangers.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, but it was cooler than Power Rangers. And my
Was
mum
it-
still... Go
Was
on.
it very Oz or was it American?
No, it was very American, but I still have my Beetleborgs in New Zealand, and my mum still calls them Power Rangers even after like 20 years.
That's
When are you coming to collect your Power Rangers? Are in the
They're
way.
not Power Rangers, Mum. They're Beetleborgs. Get it right.
What is that? What is the bad guy?
What's
I
they got
mean,
on their head?
Oh, are you looking at the bad guys? I also had the bad guys.
what is this? Look.
Oh, are you looking at Flabber?
Just what's with the chin?
Oh,
It's like they put his
Yeah,
balls in the
that's
wrong place. Little Willy up here and
powers.
awful.
Yeah, he was Nightmare Phil. He's like the child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
He's got very naughty's eyebrows there. Very on trend right now.
He gave them their powers. I don't remember for what purpose, but you know,
It reminds me of Gargamel from the Smurfs.
he
Labba.
does look like Gargamel.
There is no original thought.
I'm getting a load of notifications, and I can't for the life of me tell where they're coming from.
I don't know what that is.
Oh no, it was the some other chat that I've been tagged in, and I can't get escape. Yeah, it was like Power Rangers, but it was cool, and that's what you do in a kid in the 90s. I did have the Mighty Morphing Power Rangers movie on VHS.
Go Power Ranger.
Rangers.
Dee, dee, dee. Shall we
And
continue?
Yes.
The dwarf hands you a writ of passage. It says on top of it in Dwarvish. And he says, "This will get you through the gates."
I'll say thank you very much. Do you have a store or a are you part of a guild here?
I was going to ask him if he could give us some cut prices.
He says, "I'm just the courier. You know, we work for the merchant circle."
Do they have a head office, or are they
He says, "Yes, they do." He says, "Aye, the purple one," and he points at this huge crystal that hangs over the city. There's 3 crystals. There is a green one, a blue one, and a purple one.
lovely? Do we need to what's going on here? Do we need to depart off Bessie?
You need a what?
Do we need to get off Bessie?
Yeah, as he slowly comes up to the gate, you can see a queue of people, and their beasts of burden. And he says, "Well, we're in for a bit of a wait, so you might want to take the pedestrian access, and you know."
How long did it take us to get here?
How long? What? Sorry.
How long did it take us to get here?
You got your long rest. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't
It's
long
more than
rest.
4 hours. You were too busy chatting.
Did I? Because I forgot
Well-
I was supposed to be asleep.
No, that's right, I didn't get a long rest. I chatted
No.
shit.
It's fine. No, I'm joking. You can have your long rests.
Mate, I
How
was
did you-
chatting with Ivan and Yuri about getting drunk in a church.
How do you do a long rest on these new sheets? Am I being blind?
Yeah, the little character bit at the top, there's a bed.
Yeah, little like the sim. It looks like the sim symbol for go to bed.
It does, yeah.
Before, as we depart Big Bessie, I want to put my hands on Big Bessie, and I want to try remember the feel of her form, because I want to remember how to wild shape into Bessie.
Bessie, I don't think you can wild shape into this.
Can I not?
It's like a CR a lot. Let me find it.
Can I not do a
Guild
bit?
Padder. It is
I do-
CR10.
Oh my god, no, that's not happening. Can I do a Wish.com version?
I mean, you can try.
Yeah, I'll-
to the style.
It
Yeah.
could be horse size.
I'll take it.
Okay. We'll
Got good armor.
reflavor Bessie as a war horse. Or the other way around. A war horse is Bessie. Hey, it's a pussycat.
She's a dick. She's been a dick lately.
Ah, she
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
look
But
like
she's-
one.
But she's cute. She doesn't
is.
bite me.
She's got like half colour on one side, half colour on the
Yeah,
other.
she's got the half and half face.
Yeah. Yeah, commonly
Um,
known as black tip.
Now she's had enough. She's gotten pissed. I'll fed her as well. That's what she's getting next. So she's like, feed me more. I'm like, no.
So you were at the gates of this dwarven city. The gates are closed, especially the big ones. Every so often, the big ones open. One of these huge beasts goes in, and then they close again. And there's like a pedestrian entrance as well. And as you look along the wall, you can see it is full of armed dwarves. They're not pointing the crossbows and bows at you, but they're on guard. And in front of you, you see like a desk with even as dwarves go, this was quite a short one, and he is flanked by two very large bugbear guards in full like panoply, full gear. And he just shouts, "Next!"
Who's got the paperwork?
You do, don't you?
Doesn't matter.
So
Yeah, you produce the writ, and it's like this. It's just like papers, and he has a look. He looks at it, and he says, "Hmm, okay. It seems you've got the seal approval. The city thanks you for your service. So, have you been to Embla before?"
one of us has, and I'll look sideways at Estelle, but the rest of us are brand new to it. Are there any rules we need to follow here?
Oh, aye. He says, number one rule is no thieving. And it gets out like this, the prepared script. It's like, you agree to the terms and conditions by entering the city, and it says any thieving of items less than 10 gold, you lose a hand. If you are rearrested for theft, you are hanged. Any thievery of goods worth over 10 gold, you are hanged the next day. It says no dueling. Wounding anyone with a metal weapon such as axe, sword, is punishable by death. And he says any criminal behavior at all, any carousing with Drow, also punishable by death. And enjoy your stay.
I'll ask him again. And I'll point to Grog at the back. What about bar brawls? Are they if both parties, is it the alcohol, the blood? And I'm looking at him like, what's the stance on bar brawls?
It says if you wound anybody with intent with a weapon, it's not good for you, so stay out of trouble.
No bar brawls, got it. And I look at Grog and I give him like a pointed look as to say, behave.
Better let Chris know.
Yeah.
So hang on, this is dwarves don't like to brawl.
Brawling is fine. Attacking someone with intent with a weapon is something else.
Oh, okay. So
Prize
fisticuffs.
fighting.
Yeah, fisticuffs in a bar, if agreed, is fine.
Yep.
Did we long rest Grog?
Yes, he just went to sleep and
then woke up.
He's not in the mechanics, that's all. I didn't know if
he's in moody teenager mode at the moment.
I'll give him a long rest while I'm at it.
Okay.
I shall message Chris. I'm messaging Chris updates as we go along, just so he's not feeling too left out.
Okay. Or Chris. He says, if you want somewhere to stay, you can either stay at the Clasping Hands if you want to pay top coin. If you are poor, like most of us, either the Heavy Hammer or the Frothy Mug have quarters of appropriate standing.
Excellent.
And yeah, welcome to Embla. And he looks over at one of these bugbears, which grunts and then just kind of shambles over to the door and opens it. Oh, sorry, no, it bangs on the door, and like a little porthole opens, and he mutters something, and the porthole closes, and like the door opens.
Just imagine the Wizard of Oz going, "Who dare enter?" As like little squeaky voices.
So, on a side note, having never D&D'd in a city before, is there like different thing? Are we allowed to separate as a party? What normally happens in a city?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's D&D.
Yeah. We don't. I mean, out of character, the first point of call would be to find a place to stay.
So Estelle's
get some
gonna.
lodging.
He's a bit sheepish because he's not been back to city in a while. He's like, looks the same almost, but I wonder. I had a house here. Fancy checking it out, seeing if it's still there. The mice might have moved in, or whatever it is, the vermin that they have in the Underdark.
Andrew will give a big yawn and go, "Anywhere to sleep, please."
So Embla's a cave city, isn't it? You said. And the cheaper you are, the further and higher back you
I will
go.
describe it momentarily.
Yes. Let you to it.
So the gates part, presenting a majestic, active trading city. The dwarven architecture is carved with expert craftsmanship to be strong, solid, and functional, yet it still retains the reverence for the stone which gave birth to every building. Each appears to be formed out of solid gemstone or a different color. So let me find a picture of it, because it actually
Shiny.
is quite nice. Come on. So many notes. There's fucking thousands. Caravan assault. I'm gonna Google it. There it is. I shall put it in chat. Zip, zip, zip. There you go. In the Foundry chat.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty.
What do you say the crystals do?
The crystals appear to be functioning buildings hanging from the ceilings. You see bridges, like there's a central point where the blue crystal is in the middle, and then bridges shoot off in 4 directions. 2 of them go to the other 2 giant crystals, presumably hollowed out.
I think we should either go to I forget characters' names. Estel's house, or go to the posh pub and just to see what sort of clientele hang around.
Do you like it though?
It's nice. Nice house.
I don't know. Does this?
Go to the bar. I want to go to the bar with the mushroom soup.
As you can see from the city map, can you see all around the edges? There's like little yellow dots.
Yeah.
Those appear to be homes. So there's homes built into the cave walls, and you see various. Some have like lifts, like with like a rope and pulley system. Some of them have got rope ladders, all different shapes and sizes.
Is it quite a we obviously we don't have a time sort of sense of time, but is it quite busy? Are there markets, or is it quite a
Yeah,
hustle and
it's
bustle?
it's bustling. You can only presume it's morning time ish. You
What
guess.
kind? I guess what's the sort of mixture of the population? Obviously, a lot of dwarves. Are there elves,
You
bugbears?
you see predominantly dwarves, but you do see all races of all shapes and sizes moving about. You see dragonborn, elves, humans, no drow, no dark elves. There's lizard folk, a few bugbears, half orcs,
Are there any tieflings?
tieflings. There's a few of those knocking about. Yeah.
Andrew will be quite surprised as she's lived most of her life in the forest, and though she's had very the interactions she's had are far far and in between, and she's learned the sort of social interaction cues from Sari, still is amazed to see other tieflings, and is just noting probably how they're dressed so differently. Like she's in the druid furs and the sort of like dress for the forest, and these are completely different. So it's just sort of like a child, like with their mouth open, just sort of looking around, going, but you can't really see that because of the goat mask.
People don't even notice you. Like they don't even stop to look at you. You see children running around playing. The odd beggar. You see the. Is Shardia frozen? Am I frozen?
I
think
can hear
Shadi's
you.
frozen.
I can't hear
She's gone.
Charlie now.
I thought I'd frozen. Are you back, Shardia?
She's got two rotating squares. No. Oh yeah, I can see the chocolate fish.
You keep going in and out. I don't know if that's me or not.
You keep cutting in and out.
Oh, sorry. I think it's to do with my camera. Whenever I switch the camera on, Peter, you freeze, and you're just like when I turn it on, your mouth was like. Sorry. So yeah, just in shock and awe of the different sort of races and tieflings. I wish I had a screenshot of that. You thought I was like, shit, did I freeze again?
Yeah, so you see over here, I'm gonna shout out some numbers because it's gonna make it easier for you to find things.
I can only see the crystals lit up.
Crystals and us at the bottom, yeah.
Apologies. I think.
It's dark and
Oh yeah,
cold,
token
Peter.
vision's on. Why the fuck is token vision on? Boom. Should have said that.
Hey, it's a map.
The map.
Oh,
That's better. Don't draw on the map, people.
Oh, sorry, that was me. I didn't mean to. I thought I was moving it along.
Can you delete what you've drawn? Because I've not
Ruined.
figured out how yet.
Yeah, how do I delete? Oh, thank you, Peter.
There you go.
Thank you.
So over
Makes
as
sense
you
what you were saying earlier now about the yellow dots, sorry.
yes.
Right.
I was wondering why nobody answered. It was like, no, fuck you.
No, we can't. We couldn't see
Yellow
Peter.
dots.
The beasts of burden you see that are coming through the gate head into this building here, which is an enormous stables. As these great big doors open, and the creatures go in, and you see like there's not horses, sorry, there's carts outside with people ready to like pull them along the streets as they start they're already unloading various cargoes. You see these are called skilled padders, these beasts. You see the younger ones in the pens to the next to them, either side, being trained.
Are they quite big? Like big as massive horses?
Like bigger than your horse, yeah.
Oh shit. Where I'll turn to Estelle and go, well, we're here. Where's your house?
He's looking around a bit lost because it's changed a bit. It was destroyed a lot. and he is going to lead you to the cave wall. I don't actually know where his house is.
Where do you want it to be?
It's going to be. No, not there, darling. Is there quarters here? Is there like a merchant's quarter and a?
Yes, there are. You're currently on the merchants. Like the south end is the merchants' quarter. Cheapside is in the far north.
He would have been in the far north.
Cheapside.
Or just
Okay.
on the outskirts of. It's not a thief, so. Anywhere near there's an exit.
North side is the cheap side. Stubbles. Just saying that.
Excuse me.
Stubbles. I guess we follow Estelle to as we go up the streets. Just taking in the sights.
Grog's like, need a beer. So can we?
Yeah.
We'll drop him in a pub along the way.
Okay. Are you just like heading up the main streets?
As we do, I'll turn to Estelle and go, can we find a reasonably decent bar? I guess. Can we find like the gutted skilled padders pub, or some sort of like the dog and the hen and the the pig and the.
I will say that one of the things that is becoming increasingly noticeable is people turning their nose up at you. And it's not hard to see why, because you look at yourselves and you look at them and you stink. You're just covered in road dirt that you've been in for weeks, and people are kind of giving you a wide berth as they go.
Oh no, we are stinky guys.
Let's find a
Um,
bathhouse.
As we
Yeah.
I'll turn to somebody like within a resource. Excuse me, can we find a bathhouse?
He's holding his nose and he points up the street at what appears to be like, it's got like there's a sign hanging outside the shop, and it's got like a pair of scissors and a braided beard on it. And as you approach, you see here a shop called Barber Drolfjens.
The Drolfjens. I will turn to the party and I will look, like give the collective like look up and down like the old armpit, and you go, because we're so used to our smell. I imagine that we're and I mean I'm like,
Yeah, we're a bit oblivious to it, or it's.
Nose blind.
Yeah, we're nose blind.
We've got a bit nose blind.
I mean, because I guess. Sorry,
You
go
look,
Peter.
you look inside and you see a number of barbers' chairs and various like dwarves working on other dwarves as they're leaning back, and you can see they're like braiding their beards and shampooing their beards, and it seems to be mainly beard care.
They'd have a bathhouse, wouldn't they?
Maybe.
Um,
There's a
is-
price board up above
yeah. Is
for beard work and beard rings.
I'll turn to Estelle and I'll look at him and I'll go, as the sort of, and I'll look at the party as the less stinky of us all. Would you mind going in and inquiring?
Wouldn't I know the bathing facilities in Embla?
Yes, you would. Unfortunately, it is a place of often ill repute, as it is a sensual bathhouse. But you will get you'll get the bath of your life, and it's in Cheapside, and it's called the Sacred Gash.
Nice.
Can't we just jump in the river?
Don't think that works.
Actually, also in Cheapside is the Granite Falls, which is a river flow, but it's it's hot water that runs parallel
We
to
would definitely
Cheapside
be
at the
bathing in there.
very top. It's volcanically heated swimming lakes,
There
and
you
it's
go.
quite a popular place for swimming and bathing. But obviously, you don't get to the full shebang there. It's literally just washing the dirt off.
I think these guys are a bit tired for the full shebang, so I'm going to suggest that we go up there.
Andrew will raise a hand up and go, I'm up for the sacred gash. I
It's
mean,
near my abode anyway, so
and she'll turn and go, I know what river bathing's about. That's how I've lived for the past several years. I'd like to upscale a bit. And I'll turn to the panel and go, would anyone else like to
I'll go some sacred gash.
uh
Mushroom-shaped building, which is this. This is Meldronian's mushroom. It is a hollowed-out mushroom that serves as actually, you don't know what's in there. Even Estelle doesn't know what's in there.
you're on
You're
mute,
mute.
Sarah.
was there a picture somewhere that I've missed?
No.
What
Oh.
what of the sacred gash? No, you don't want to see a photo of that.
Next to it is Faldron's Leatherworks. And as you continue up the street, you come across the Armory, which it literally says City Armory outside.
Do they have drinks at the Sacred Gash?
Probably. For a price.
Grog wants to drink. I'll just say
Just tell him there's drinks there.
so. Sorry, you said there was an armory. Are we still in north side or are we in the sort of middle of the city?
Barbara Drolfgens.
Yep, Barbara Dolphins.
You pass the temple, although you're not quite sure what the temple's
Temple.
for.
Yep.
And then there's the City Armory, and which way do you want to go? Which street do you want to take? Just ping wherever you want.
I turn to Estelle and go, Kim, the bathhouse, please. I think that takes priority.
Gonna look at you and go, I'm not sure they'll let us in, guys. We
Oh, they'll let us
don't-
in.
We don't smell great. Okay. How do you ping? Because can someone
You-
ping where the bathhouse is?
Click.
Go and get our complimentary drinks at the bathhouse.
I think the bath comes first, and then the.
Can I have a perception check from Giles?
Kind of feels like Spirited Away. You know where that? Has anyone seen that film?
Yeah, it's a good film.
Where that you know the monsters hanging about outside, and then it's just full of loads. All comes pouring out of it.
Yeah.
Without even thinking, Giles, your black hand reaches out and grabs a tiny wrist as you turn around and you see a fat little human kid is reaching into your pockets. And you just grab him by the wrist. kind of freezes, and it's starting to panic as he looks around.
You think this is funny? Do you want to lose a hand?
It's this kid's filthy, and he's like, I'm sorry, I was just hungry. I was hungry. That's it. I was hungry.
I don't have. This is coins, not food. What do you think you're doing? You think I've got some sausages in my pockets?
Do you?
You're fat enough, you little shit. Look at you. Truffle shuffle. And then Giles will just go, piss off! And let him go and kick him away. Go, fly. It's too powerful. Oh wait, we have
Came
noise on Dylan's side.
We have
Hey.
movement.
We've got the lift Martha back.
Dylan, some little shit tried to steal the sausages out your pockets. And now the guards are here to take him away and chop off his hands.
Well, no, it'd be death because it's got more than 10 gold in his pockets, hasn't he?
Has he gone on mute? Guards looks around and says, "Mince, that you?" And he's like, "Ah." He's just frozen in fear.
I
He's
tell you what,
looking to all of you in terror.
I think this is it calls for a very firm punishment, but not of the chopping of the hands. He's only young, he still has a chance.
The guard says, "We'll let the magistrate deal with that.
That seems a bit harsh, he's only a child.
Rules is rules." And we've been trying to catch this little fat fucker for ages. And he reaches out for Mince.
Run,
Giles.
run.
Run, you little fat fit, run!
You letting him go?
Yeah.
You let him go, and like the guard, like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And Mince, you've never seen a fat kid run like this. Mince just legs it.
It's not his fault he has to steal. I'm of the opinion he hits me. I don't know why I'm speaking like an
Why are you doing
decrepit-
this?
I don't know. It's because Dylan's on mute. You've given.
I'm just
Oh,
enjoying
thank
it.
God, thank God. Dylan, take over. I can't do it anymore.
Yes, please take over.
I missed half of it, but I think I got the gist.
A fat kid tried to rob you, and I dobbed him in as you.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I told him to go easy because he's just a little fat kid.
And we're going to chop off his hands.
Well,
Probably,
Yeah.
or worse. I mean, it is known to the police.
which isn't great.
So let him go to peg it.
Yeah,
Well, this
Mince has legged it.
With eyebrows.
His eyebrows.
What he's doing. The
Uh,
guard's looking at you and is like, "What'd you do that for?"
It slipped. Slipped out my hands. Don't me to help you chase him?
We've been after him for months.
Oh, I bet you have. It's got very slippery hands. Have you tried grabbing him?
Are you making fun of my lisp? Says the other one.
I've got a lisp. It's genuine.
Oh yeah? Well, try saying silly sausage.
Silly sausage.
Well, it's a real lisp. It says, "You see Mince again, you send him our way."
Yeah, will do. If that's the leave.
And they walk off in the direction that he ran. What are you doing?
Uh,
Any more disabilities you want to make fun of?
I never made fun of them. I'm just not very good at giving them the respect they deserve.
We're still heading towards the bathhouse, or did we get?
Yeah, I'm gonna
that's where
I'm gonna tuck the bag of holding closer in towards me, and I'm going to walk beside Grog because Grog would probably make a great deterrent.
Okay. As you continue wandering around through the city, you hear someone speaking loudly. And as you get closer, you see a man, very tall. He's in this very long coat. His face is kind of hidden by his hat, and he's standing on a soapbox and he's making a speech. And you just catch the gist of it, which is, if you make me city councillor, I will make all the food's gonna be all the food's gonna be free, and no more work for anybody.
Prove it! Aria shout with a growing voice.
Who's gonna make the food?
He says, well, we'll all have to pitch in, like, but I don't appreciate having my speech interrupted. So vote for me, and we will make sure that all kobolds get a fair trial. And there's no kobolds in the crowd. People seem kind of interested / disinterested, and some of them disperse.
Can I shout out, his fly's undone?
He looks down, and he looks kind of wobbly as he looks down, and he goes, "No, it's not."
Major luck, and then just quickly walk away.
All right.
Is there a lot of people there?
There's a few of them.
Can I try and get on
Pickpocket.
stage after him and play a song?
Of course you can. But he's still on there, and he's just talking absolute nonsense.
Looks like I'm going on while he's still up there then.
He looks at you and is like, "Excuse me, sir, I'm not finished talking."
I just wanted to play a little number, it might help you out. This is one from...
It won't help me out. Don't listen to him.
It's one from the top side, you might know it. It's one I wrote myself.
Go on. Have you got a kazoo?
I've not got a kazoo, no.
Ah. Let's have a performance roll. Make it good.
$19.
19.
That was very almost a 3. That would
What
have
you
been
playing?
interesting.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
I'm going to play Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Okay.
'Cause I know
Not
you
bad,
got
girl.
it, don't you?
So you begin playing Don't Worry, Be Happy. People are starting to like get into it, like swaying. While this guy is just shouting, "Stop! Stop! He's interrupting my speech." Are you gonna play all the way through?
Yeah, for a minute.
Some people come up and like just drop some coins at your feet.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's definitely for a minute because I've got how many people are here?
About 8.
8. What a waste of my time. We're up in Alphabet City, would be here.
What for? Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah.
You just hear Andrel shout from the blaze through the fire and the flames.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to download some more flute songs then.
Yeah, the roof is on fire, it'd be good, wouldn't
That's I want to hear that in flute.
Okay, your song abruptly comes to an end. As the guide just shakes his head and leaves, and as he walks away, he's kind of wobbling down the street. Okay, and on we go. Estal, you pass a beggar in the street. It is a female half-elf. And the voice is familiar to you, and she says, spare some change for the poor.
He's going to bend down and go, Mary?
Mary looks up, and her eyes are just like, she's frozen, and she's like, I thought you were dead.
Going to kneel down to her and look a bit closer and goes, what happened? The last I saw you, you were working in that bar.
I was working in that bar, but that was only part-time because I was working for you. She was your maid.
Oh, okay. I had a maid. Okay, that's
Yep.
new.
Well, more of a cleaner, but
Okay.
she was there a lot
housekeeper.
because you're very messy.
Always concocting.
She says, there's tears rolling down her cheeks, and she says, I thought you were dead. After they expelled everyone, I went into hiding, and when I came back to find you, I couldn't find you.
I'm sorry. I was in the forest with the druids. What happened? How did you end up here? What happened to your house?
My house was repossessed, and now dwarves live in it. It was allocated to them during the purge. But I still have this. And she reaches into her pack and she searches for a moment, and she produces a key.
Ooh.
She says, I kept a spare.
He's gonna take the key and look at it and go, but why didn't you use it?
She says, it's not my house, it's your house. I cleaned it for a while, but the city ran out of cleaning equipment, and I couldn't afford the imports, so I kind of gave up. I'm sorry. I'm so
Cleaned the
sorry.
house. She cleaned the house of someone she thought was dead. No wonder she. No, I'm not, no.
They
Stop.
shouldn't have been getting that dirty though, eh? After 1 week, it'd be like
Yeah.
stick 'em, spam, and then
It's shroom dust.
already clean house.
That's the one. Oh, okay. So he's gonna be like, I don't know. Not. So.
Does this mean you're back? Are you back?
I don't know. I'm helping these people get to Embla. That's all I have planned. Sorry, noisy here.
Okay. Poor Meg as well. Everybody's just having a shit night.
He's going to look at Mary and say, Mary, come with me. We'll go to the house together.
She says, really? There's a spot behind that little statue that always needs cleaning for some reason. I don't know. I can finish it off.
Mary, let me help you. Come with me. We can clean it later.
Okay. She stands up. She is missing a leg.
Had she
She
always been
wasn't.
missing a leg?
No.
So, Mary, what happened?
She says, the doctor said I caught some kind of bug. I don't know. He had to take the leg. It had to
Oh.
go.
Estelle was really
she
bad
gets
now.
these old dishevelled crutches out.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't know. I'm sorry if I'd. It's. I should have looked after you better. I should have thought. Come
No,
with
no,
me.
it's okay. It's okay, Master Estelle. But
He's
the
gonna.
doctor did
Yeah.
say that it's spreading to the other leg.
Oh, is there nothing that can be done?
I don't think so. And she begins like hobbling along, and she says, "Come on, I'll show you."
Is Grog still with us, or is he in the pub?
No, he's still with us.
Is still with you in spirit.
Wouldn't his bleeding heart kind of pick her up and give her a hand as well?
So I can tell you for certain that Grog's only interested in one thing right now, and that is the
Drink.
sound coming from this building right here, which appears to be people like shouting and cheering, and the sign outside says "The Cage," and it appears to be some kind of arena.
So as he's, as well, this very heartfelt conversation is going on with Estelle, is he just laser focused on the noise?
Yeah, I mean you can't see inside because the doors are shut. But yeah, there's definitely some kind of match or tournament going on in here because there's a lot of cheering and shouting.
I imagine he would just wander off. To be honest, if the party's agreeable, he would just be attracted by the sound and follow. And Giles,
Me?
yeah, do you feel that Grog would sort of wander off and head towards the sound of the noise?
Yeah, I reckon it would.
Yeah.
I'd be up for it, having a view as well. It's quite intriguing.
Conveniently placed across the road is the Frothy Mug. It's a quite a run-down tavern. You can see from the outside, people are looking. I mean, even the way that people dress has changed considerably. You're definitely in Cheapside now. But you can hear voices from inside. You can hear music. So it's actually quite a busy place here.
Are the clientele bothered by our stinkiness?
Are you going to go inside?
No, Andrew wouldn't. Andrew's more concerned about a bath.
As you pass a side street just further down, you see it. The what did I call it? The Sacred Gash.
Yeah, the Sacred Gash.
The Sacred Gash is, I mean, it's quite. It's a very small sign, but there's a tabaxi female standing outside, showing quite a lot of fur.
I'll look at Giles and I'll go, just like, do you want to ask or do you want me to ask?
I'll ask. Hey,
Wait. As you wander up, you see that she's chatting to another woman that's in the doorway, a half elf, and you just catch the tail end of the conversation that says, "Don't know where all these rats have gone," and then a customer,
rats.
so handsome.
Oh, thank you. Although,
What can we do for you, love?
I mean,
You want to spend a few pennies?
you could say that. Me and my friends here were a bit stinky.
Halfway through talking, she catches a whiff and she's like, "Oh, that is strong. How long have you been on the road for?"
Been on the road for days.
This cat is quite old now. You notice that she's got a bit of a white beard going
Does
with
she-
a bit of white
Does
fur.
she do that? Does she do that thing where cats smell and they go? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. She says, you must be new to town. I'll tell you what, the first wash is on the house.
On the roof.
No, it's actually in the basement. We've got our own personal supply of water from the river, from the Granite Falls.
You just hear Andrew overhears this and goes, "We'll take it."
Yeah.
And then I'll look at Giles, and I'll ask Giles, "Are you feeling heartbroken from I don't want to say a name, Giles. Do you want company, Giles?" And I'll look at him very awkwardly.
Giles turns around and shows his new embroidered leather armour. I posted the thing in Discord.
Oh, God, where is it?
Scroll up a little bit. Just a
That's
little.
that's. And I
What's
look at it. That's Cersei.
All right. What embroidered? What's that?
That's embroidered onto my back using the Spool of Shadows.
Oh wow,
Because it's all black wool. Black.
That's pretty cool.
that is cool. And above that is someone dropping their pants. Cool. Oh, and that hand above. Ugh.
Also Giles.
Jeez. And what about the mushroom that's growing up? I'm just seeing all these gifts now.
What a whiplash you're having.
Yeah.
I'll ask the tabaxis, and I'll just say, how much will the big guy cost extra? And I'll point at Grog, like wandering away, and I'll be like, I'll be mum calling their chocolate. Wait, get over here now. You go nowhere till you had your bath.
You bath.
Get in the bath.
Her eyes open wide, and she says, "Well, we'll just have to see."
And I look at Estelle and I'm like, "Are you?" I'm just gesturing, like, "Do you want to go? Shall we meet you at yours, or?"
Sorry, I'm assuming Mary
She says, "Oh, you're all welcome. You're all welcome."
is going to look at Mary and consider that she probably does need a bath. So if we're all welcome.
Yeah, of course.
And you get a bath, and you get a bath.
You get a bath.
As
And we're
we
all
pass
going to
by,
share the same water.
I don't care. As we pass by the tabaxi, Andrew whisper, "How much for company?"
She says, "Oh, saucy." She says,
We don't do that yet.
She says, "Oh yes, we do. 20 silver an hour."
I'll take 2.
She says, "Oh, lovely."
20 silver an hour?
Yeah.
Thought that'd be 2 copper pieces for me then.
All right. She says, "We charge a minimum of an hour."
I'll look at him. I'll point at it. He's very good with his wand, you know. It's amazing what he does with it.
Just be careful of the fingers.
She looks and says, "Oh, those hands are filthy. We're gonna have to sort those out." By the way, my name's Tricking Treat, but you can call me Trick.
Tricking Treat.
She's got a bit of a limp as she walks in.
Oh, we're in the rough end of town, guys. Fuck. God, does one of them have a prostate? One of them bags.
What bags?
Colostomy bag.
The colostomy bags.
Bag. You said prostate then.
No, I couldn't remember if it was prostate or colostomy.
Actually, we're all inclusive here, so they cater for all shapes and sizes and kinks. We're an inclusive table here.
Oh, how very diverse of them.
Mm-hmm.
So we all scrub up. Do they have a laundering service to wash our clothes? Because
She says, "Don't you worry, we'll take care of everything." You're doing that mistrusting look.
I'm like, I will keep one thing on my person, and I will get the bag of holding, and I will tie it around my neck.
I don't think Grog would let them take his clothes, even if they stank. He likes his gold. It's not gold loincloth anymore, is it? It's gold leggings.
His wolf loincloth.
Leggings.
Yeah.
I feel like it would take a lot of the mother stare to go, you are going to let go of that loincloth, and you're going to have a bath. And you're going to stay in that bath for 20 minutes, so help me. And you're going to wash.
Only 20 minutes?
Or you just scrub and sit. I'll threaten, Andrew will threaten Grog, you have a proper wash, and I will leave you at the bar, and you can drink as much as you like. Which I feel would persuade him.
There's Grog.
Oh, go on, where have you put it?
Discord.
Yes. Throughout
Go on.
throughout when Gog's sitting there, I imagine you go, can I get out yet? And it's like, no, 15 more minutes. I'll tell you when you can out. And I'm just,
There's like two tabaxi kind of paws scrubbing him down, and
yeah, just like two like to reach the like get the step ladder out.
The sacred gash is actually quite posh inside. It smells of essential oils. There's a man in the corner who is very, very partly dressed, chiseled body. He's playing the harp. This is very like Reiki music type chill vibe.
but not private bathing.
I mean, there's curtains.
I'll turn to Giles as I look at rather than admire the naked, half naked man. You see, Giles, like, you know, he plays the harp well. Have you never considered the harp? You know, just chatting shit with Giles.
Giles pops his head out of the water.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Strings don't do it for me because there's too many S's. So I don't do anything with strings. Wind and percussion. No, well, percussion a little bit, but strings is my weakness. Although I like playing with people's strings. People who play you know what I mean.
Andrew just like looks at him but scoots a little bit further away from him. But we're all having a good time at the communal bath.
There we go.
It's a good name.
Yeah, after an hour or so, they rub you down in oils. You're starting to smell quite good. They get all the burrs out of your hair and all the matting. Like they really at first very roughly like brush it out and making conversation like, oh, is that poo? I don't know. And they just kind of carry on like just brushing your hair. And you look down and the water is just black. But thankfully it's gently being carried away because they do actually have their own private supply from the Granite Falls. And it's pleasantly warm.
Estelle's going to look at this and go, how much to be upstream?
Andrew, just being used to bathing in rivers, is like fully like used to know how to get all the crap out the hair and all the tricks of the trade, and you know,
Is
just
she using soap?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
Not a heathen, Peter.
Checking.
Wouldn't it be sand? They'd use sand surely as well.
I might be a druid, but I've got standards.
You're not Radagast with bird shit in his hair.
No, I'm not Radagast. Like I was taught properly by my teacher. So it's like, no, it's under the armpits, behind the ears, over the horns, you know, around the tail, you know, doing the proper, like, speaking aloud, like, I remember to do that.
Estelle's carefully helping Mary because she can't get into the tub. So he's kind of serving her rather than the other way around. Feels quite bad about deserting her because she's not quite all there. Bless her.
She does seem a little bit confused.
So he's just like, get her some food, ask for some
But,
bread and some.
Oh yeah, of course, and the tabaxi claps her hands, and a mixture of males and females of various races bring out the food. I mean, it's not amazing food. It's like, you know,
Is this
it's okay.
normal treatment from the cache? Because this is this
I mean,
sounds different to what
they seem to be kitted out for it. They're there for your pleasure and enjoyment
for free.
on your first visit.
Skeptical.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried, but they did say free on your first.
Yeah,
I think
I've
Eight-
still
80
got the bag of
gold
holding
on
around my neck. I'm not
Ain't no
letting
such
that
thing as a
go.
free bath.
After all these years, you don't trust me. I can't believe it.
No, Peter, no.
But it's basically finger food that they bring out. Is, you know, as the sausage rolls type quality. It's not.
inclusive.
There's no caviar. Yeah, it's all inclusive qualities. Fast frozen somewhere in Rome and flown out to Scathos.
Iceland
Frosted
special.
again.
Whilst we're there, Estelle's going to ask her if she's heard any gossip. What's been happening in the city?
I can tell you because I have a thing for that.
It's very Skyrim.
Hold on. Let me find it.
Excuse me.
Nope.
Oh, there we go. Found it. So you want gossip? She says, I heard that the magistrate wants to ban drinking. Don't know how he's going to manage that.
Who's going to ban drinking?
The magistrate.
Aren't they? I mean, I thought dwarves and drinking go hand in hand.
I know, it's so strange. It's probably nothing.
Is the magistrate the guy in charge?
He's like, he's in charge of the judges. He's not the mayor.
Oh, okay.
Everybody likes the mayor. Torin Stonetooth.
So what does the mayor think of these banning of alcohol?
People don't really get to speak to him very much. He's always so busy. He used to be a man of the people, but you don't see him much anymore.
What's he called?
Torin Stonetooth.
The mayor? Who's the magistrate?
Sorry, the mayor. Oh, the magistrate is I shall tell you. The magistrate. Belmar Stoutstorm.
Estelle's going to be, well, Belmar's a bell end. If they ban drinking, they might as well cancel gambling. There'll be no money left in the city.
I don't think they're going to do it. There'll be riots. Tell you what, though, what's really strange is all the rats and all the cats have gone missing. They just aren't there anymore.
Huh.
And so one of the other ones pipes up and says, I heard somebody got bit by one of the rats and then they died.
Gonna look over at Mary and think, could that have happened to her? Some kind of blight? Surely the place is better without rats. We don't need them.
I couldn't agree more. Good riddance.
I'm just gonna lie back in his steaming pile of water.
But Trick says, "But I love chasing rats."
Andrew will
Gonna get
just
out a
like
ball of string and be like, "Ee."
Andrew will pop out, like the head will pop out, and then the tail and the like butt will pop out, like just like blobbing. You're like, well, how long have the rats and cats been gone?
I don't know. I didn't really notice. A week, a month.
Anything else? That sounds very strange.
What else? What else? Oh, there's a man in town. He's paying real silver for goblin ears.
Grog would perk up at that. Look at his belt, maybe.
Bit grim if you ask me.
Are there many
What
goblins in the
kind of?
Underdark?
Yeah,
What?
Sorry.
check his belt to see if he's got any goblin ears.
Yeah, like, but he'll go to check it and they realize he's naked in the bath and go, ooh.
Oh. Bullet does a little dive.
What's this man's name?
What's his name? She looks to the others, and the others are like, I don't know. I've never even seen a goblin.
And then Andrew will think about it and go, happen to be, does his name Ziggy?
Oh, how do you know Ziggy? I've not heard that name in a long time.
Oh, well, we had an encounter and he sold us some, and Andrew will like grit her teeth looking like really pissed off about it. Some fine wares.
Yeah, he is a bit of a scoundrel. Actually, he did get one of my girls pregnant, then ran. Oh wait, hold on. He's a goblin, isn't he?
Yeah.
I have seen a goblin. It was a strange-looking kid, that.
Are goblins bad? Are they normally...
Not always. They're a playable
Depends.
race now, but we're playing classic D&D, so yeah. But no.
Ziggy and Stroud was an adventure to behold.
Okay, so we're bathing, chilling, filling up,
You can go whenever you want.
cleaning.
Yeah. I'll
Grog's gonna do a
indicate the
massive yawn and be like, beer.
I'll indicate the party. Go. You go on ahead. I've got business to attend to.
We'll go across the road then to the rusty mug, did you call it? What was it?
Frothy mug.
The frothy mug.
Frothy
Rusty
mug.
mug.
It's that
Rusty
area of
mug.
town. Okay. We're going to get his beer. Are we still near the Colosseum arena?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Close enough for Grog's attention to go there, or...
As you step out and have a look around, you see people are filing out.
Okay.
Some of them are smiling. Some of them are really not happy. As they hand money over to others. The sad ones hand money over to the happy ones.
Best get in the pub quick, guys, before they take the best table. And then we're going to sit back and watch them have fun. We're going in the pub? I don't know if Dylan's there.
Let's do the pub.
You go into the pub and you find it is quite jovial. There's music playing. There's a roaring fire. There's like a cured meats, like in this weird glass box that you've never seen before. There's menus. There are a few people in here. I've got some
wench kind of waitress, because that's the...
Yes, Sarah. There's buxom wenches in here as well.
Titty wenches.
You asked for them. You got them.
Table service. Here we go. Estelle's going to be first round on me then. Musicians as well. This place has come up a bit. This isn't the seedy joint I remember.
Yeah, it's up and coming. You look on the menu, you see that it has butternut squash soup, honey glazed ham is on the menu. Something called burst onion with fire mage sauce.
I'll have that.
They sound like very overworld foods, these ones.
Yep.
I'll have the burst onion.
Okay.
Of course you will.
Fire mage sauce.
The buxom wench comes over and says, "What can I get you, love?"
I'll have the exploded onions.
Oh, burst onion, very nice. It's our last portion.
Oh, great stuff. Yeah, I'll take that off your hands.
Do you want some wine, beer to go with that?
We're going to have your best taproot beer, please.
Oh, we're down to our last cask as well. And she's acting.
Grog will pine up. I'll have the whole cask.
Yeah, bring it out here.
She says, "Oh, we'll probably have a riot on our hands if I give you a cask of that. We do have plenty of grog, as it happens."
Grog for grog. He likes that.
Grog.
Yeah, for some reason that doesn't shift as fast, but yeah, I can get you a cask of that.
I think he'd be happy with anything right now.
What else would you like?
Yeah, it's going to ask her what would she recommend.
Well, since you're new in town, quite obviously, you smell really good. Have you been to the Sacred Gash?
No.
Be like, yes, it's lovely there, but it's come on a long way. In fact, the whole area has changed. I did used to know it a while ago.
She says, yeah, since all that nasty business, yeah. Her mind wanders for a moment and she says, "Oh, we've got a new item on the menu. It's not on the specials yet, but we've got wood elf salad."
I think we'll be avoiding that one.
Why? It's lovely. It's a mixture of lettuce from the upper worlds and veggies, and they're fit for a wood elf.
He's going to be like, "Oh, I was worried for a second there." I thought things had really changed in Embla.
Our chef likes to play on words, and yeah, sometimes it misses the mark.
I'll have one of those then, please. That sounds delightful.
Yeah, being a wood elf, I'll partake in the wood elf salad.
Made out of elves. That's the secret.
Great.
Okay.
One much.
She says, "Anything else?"
Yeah, that's it, thanks. Table 36.
She says, "Okay, be with you in a jiffy." Oh, and that'll be 3.5, 4.5 silver.
Stell's going to look at the other guys and be like,
And
think
most
he's
of that is the ale.
"Yeah."
Andrew has the money.
But
But
on the tab, then doesn't Grog carry some money?
I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Andrew will eventually rock up into the pub after about an hour or so and sit down and just go, "Oh, so what are we having?"
Grog will be like, bit bleary-eyed.
I'll look over at Andrew will look at Grog and go, glad to see you're enjoying yourself. Can I call over the buxom wench?
You get her attention and she comes back. She says, "Yes, dear."
Pint of ale and whatever's the most popular.
Coming right up.
Is she the they call it a taxi? What are they called?
Tabaxi.
Tabaxi.
Tabaxi taxi.
Tabaxi taxi.
Um,
Sad.
no, this is somebody else. This is Buxom Wench, number 3.
Number 3.
She's got 3 boobs like that chick from Total Recall. The extra buxom wench. She only works special shifts.
Estelle's going to ask her, so you've pegged us for newcomers. What's this I hear about banning alcohol?
Oh, that. It's just a silly rumor going around.
And the idiot we passed in the square? Talking about free food and no work?
Don't know who you mean. Sorry,
Did we get a name for him?
nobody asked.
Okay. Okay. So we just... kind of... Do we need to forward the story? I still can't really because he's not on your track yet.
I mean, at the moment, I think it's just to piss up that Grog is. I imagine as Andrew comes in, Grog is already unreasonably drunk, like just mugs and mugs in front of him, and he just continually drinks while
With
he's
the
got
cask, is that it?
yeah, and while he's got Bill the bullet dog, which has just decided to go into temporary hibernation in his chest, and he's just like glug 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 glug.
I just noticed that Meg's not been here for a while.
No, she's gone.
She said keeps dropping out when she can't hear anyone.
Yeah,
Drinks grog.
she's still at the gash, having a grand old time. Nah, she's
She's eyeing up the clientele, thinking if she could swipe any purchase with her
yeah,
mace.
she's
with
like
her mace
scoping this
hand.
out. No, I imagine Arya's just sat there enjoying a pint, feeling fresh, and Andrew will turn to Estelle and go, so where is this house?
It's
Just down the road.
Yeah, just down the road. I might go air it out before you guys, unless you want to come now. We'll leave these, looking at Grog, thinking he's not going to move anytime soon. We'll leave these guys warming up here.
Yeah, I'll go over to the whoever looks like they're in charge, and I'll point at Grog and I'll go, look, he's gonna drink you out of house and home. What's his total tally so far?
What, in ales?
Yeah.
I mean, he knocked back the entire barrel on the first go, so you're probably up to about 2 gold pieces now.
I'll put 5 gold pieces at the bartender and I'll say, look, that's for the 2 he owes, the 3 is for the rest he's going to drink.
The bartender is jolly, large, round dwarf. He says, "Oh, no problem." What's his name?
Grog. Grog Strongjaw.
Grog for Grog. That is funny. He writes down Grog.
I'll tip him an extra gold, and that's for you for taking care of my friend.
Thank you, miss. And he puts it in the tip jar for the staff.
And I'll leave. And I'll turn back and go, Grog, you paid up for another 4 gold. Behave yourself. And then I'll leave him.
He's already on his way. Drinking games.
Making drunk friends at the bar.
You head over to where you follow Mary back to the wall, basically the wall of apartments, and there is an actual like elevator. It's made of wood and it's got like pulleys, and it's got like a handle inside, and you all step inside, and it's surprisingly easy to just turn this pulley, and the thing just zips all the way to the top penthouse as it dings when it arrives, and you walk through the door of your abode. Let me do a thing.
Don't have any tokens in this.
We don't own any
God damn it.
vision.
I keep forgetting to click the thing.
Just be 1 sec. I'm just going to get a drink.
Ooh.
Ignore the outside if you can see the outside.
Yeah, it's all stone.
It's all stone. Let's pretend that there's no
Half
trees.
into it. With a piano as well. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you step through the door, and you are home. And we're gonna end the session there.
Hey.
Okay.
Whee! And let's drop some
Thank
tokens
you.
in here. You're welcome.
There you go. I've made a note. Stone, baby.
Tricky one to lead today with tech problems and interruptions.
Oh yeah. But
No.
I had a lot of fun. I thought that was a
Yeah.
great session. I mean, we got into role play, which I really enjoyed.
There's more of that.
Good.
We went to a brothel that also doubled as a bathhouse, so can't go wrong.
Definitely.
So did your character go to the brothel?
Oh yeah, I indulged on that side.
Okay. Sorry,
Look,
I
you
missed
live in the woods, Peter. It happens.
that.
What, you think I'm gonna go for Saoirse? No, thank you.
That bitch.
That fucking bitch.
Right, thanks for playing, everyone. I'm
Oh, thanks
very
for
aware that it's midnight.
Yeah.
no,
yeah.
thank you, Peter. That was good fun.
Thank you. I have
Poor
little to get to bed.
Chris.
Poor Chris, poor everyone.
Bath and
Oh.
drink sounds good to me.
Yeah. If anybody's up for board games next weekend, let me know.
What day? I'm curious.
Saturday or Sunday, whichever.
I haven't got anything on, and I have Betrayal on the House of the Hill, which I think you lot would enjoy.
That's a shout.
Yes. It's fresh. I've not opened it. I've not done nothing.
So you don't have to play it.
Oh no, I know how to play it.
Okay.
I'll just need a quick read of the rules. Just trying to remember. Yeah, no, it should be right. Just a few little tidbits when we get to it, but it'll be right.
Cool.
Nice. Right, I'm gonna shoot off. Thank you very much.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Oh, I'm on mute again.
Oh.
Dylan. Dilly Bobs.
I thought
Are you shouted again, Dills?
Yeah, pretty tired. I need a break from my break.
Wait, have you been off this week?
Yeah, I went on holiday.
Oh, where did you go?
North Wales.
Oh,
Well,
very nice.
No,
Wheels.
It's one of them holidays where you get back and you need a break. Holiday from your holiday.
Oh, just wing it off. Oh, interesting point of call. My work doesn't require you to take bank holidays off. You can choose to work the bank holiday and save up.
oh, really?
Yeah, so you get 22 days plus the 8 bank holidays. So, but you have to take off Christmas and Boxing Day. But if you so choose to do so, you can ignore Easter and work Easter. Which, to be honest, isn't a bad shout. If you've got no children like I do, and you're a bit of a free agent, to work those 2 days when nobody's in, and then have those extra 2 days when, you know, you can have them at a different time of year, pretty good.
Yeah. Where is it you're working on? Are they hiring?
EG, yeah, I think the IT department might be. It's EG Group in Blackburn.
Oh, you said they're shit. I don't want to work for them.
Oh no, the sales department is shit.
Alright, I thought you said IT was shit.
Oh no, the IT department is slow.
That's
Because
fine. I'll live with that.
I imagine they're bombarded with tickets.
Probably.
How many of those tickets are actually genuine issues? I do not know.
Yeah. A
But
cup holder's not working.
yeah, it's not
Just
working.
pulling my
How do I
cup
pop
inside.
out the thing? Yeah, my screen doesn't work. I've tried. Is it all plugged in? No, it's not. But I'm literally 5 minutes from where I used to work.
All right. Is it close to home as well?
Oh
Do you
shit!
work
Yeah, it's
up
like
at the
10
BP
minutes.
garage?
Yeah, I work by the Junction 5.
Yeah.
So I can takes me about. I left here late. I got there in about 10 minutes. I left at 10 to 8. Got there for 8.
Nice.
Yeah, and I can start any time between 7 and 10.
I haven't worked 10 minutes from home since 2007.
Shit! How long does it take you to get in, Peter?
If there's no traffic, like when the schools are out, it takes me about 45 minutes.
Fuck, where do you
but
work? Don't you work in
Wigan.
Darwin?
Wigan.
Blech.
Yeah. But
Fuck
on a bad
that.
day, it takes about an hour and a quarter.
That's horrible, Peter. I thought you worked in Wigan.
I do work.
Worked in Darwin.
No, I have never worked in Darwin. I worked up until 2007. I worked on Blackamore Road, where the offices, the big warehouse buildings are.
Yeah. Yep.
I
I
worked-
used to. I used to work off Blackamore Road. I used to travel down Roman Road and travel down Davyfield Lane, so I was 2 minutes away from where you were. And then Blackamore Road is shut off now, and you can't get down it unless you live there as a resident.
Yep.
Oh, gross, Peter. Who wants to go to Wigan?
Yeah. I like the people though.
Yeah, we have people coming from Wigan to our work.
Is one of them called Terry?
I wouldn't know. But yeah, for me, it's like, it's weird. I'm taking the same route that I used to take to Prestige,
Worldwide.
that I did for 7 years, and now I'm doing it again, which just makes me laugh. It's like, oh shit, yeah, I know the quick way there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can pop in and annoy the shit out of Dylan.
Prestige
You had-
Worldwide.
Yeah, Prestige Worldwide.
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 Fine.
I'm I am 2 minutes from you, Dylan.
Yeah. I've only seen one cake since.
Well, you've not made any requests, so what can I do?
Alright.
What can I say, Dylan? There
It's
are
on
other
the
people
list.
I'm baking for in my life now.
Wow. Like that, is it?
She's out of my life.
Baking for others. That's good. Yeah, if you want another cake, just let me know, because I know the girls are retiring soon, so
I want
there you go.
another cake.
You want another cake? What kind of cake do you want? Let me write it down.
I don't know. They've gone now. They were last week.
What?
This week.
Oh shit! No one told me.
Yeah.
So I'm just bringing in cake for you then.
Yeah, it'll still be just as big.
Do you want you want a 3-tiered cake, don't you?
3-tiered cake.
I can make a 3-tiered devil's cake.
How about you make 3 tiers of 3 different cakes?
Oh, that's too much hard work, Peter. Do you know how much washing that is that I don't want to do?
I'm joking. I'm absolutely joking.
I do want to make those melocomia, the honey nuggets.
Macarona?
That's it.
Please do.
I need a recipe.
They're
What is
like
it?
Greek syrupy Christmas cookies things
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
with
yeah.
cinnamon and walnut.
Nice.
Make them.
Let me. No. Oh no, I googled the wrong thing and now. Oh no. I spelt melocoma wrong and now I've got some Pornhub in my search history and I don't want that. I
Oh.
spelled that so wrong. Shit.
How did you spell it? Just asking for a
M
friend.
MELOMAKA, and then it should
Oh, yeah.
autofill the rest.
Thank you. That. I've not got Pornhub history now. Thank God. Oh. It was like, oh, here's so and so's videos. Oh, don't overwork the dough. Always dunk hot melamacoria in cold syrup and use semolina. Interesting.
Yeah, use semolina, don't use flour.
Ooh. Oh, Peter, this actually looks interesting.
I have a 2 kilogram bag of semolina if you need any. I used from last time.
Oh, you put cognac in it. No, I'm not putting that in.
If you want, you don't have to.
Yeah. Ooh. Do you know what, Peter? This looks doable.
Go for it.
I shouldn't have looked at the serving size. That's terrible.
Yeah, you have to make them in trays. When I made it at Christmas this last year, I did 3 trays full, and they lasted about 2 weeks.
Yeah, really? I
Yeah.
thought they would last less.
No, I was literally giving them away. Took them to work. I was taking them everywhere.
Eat these now.
You know those like the cake serving things. It's like a plastic tray with a lid on top. I
Yeah.
had 3 of those full to the top.
Bloody hell. Baldur's Gate is downloading and I've got another 3 hours.
Oh shit! You didn't have to buy it.
I
could have
did.
uploaded it.
No, I would have. I was going to play it regardless, but
Alright.
oh well.
I was playing Baldur's Gate 2 on holiday.
Were you
Was it good?
in preparation?
I didn't get very far. But yeah, it's good. It's definite D&D.
Yeah, but it's the old rules of D&D on Baldur's Gate 2. It's the pre-2014 ones or whatever it was.
It's like 3.
It's not
isn't it?
second edition, is it, or is it?
I think it was 3rd edition.
Oh, isn't third edition like the stepchild of it all?
Yeah. Well, it depends on who you talk to.
Do you think it's a stepchild, Peter, or do you think it's alright?
I've read a few 3rd edition and 4th edition books, and it's very noticeable how much more work they put into the lore and the actual story rather than just padding out, because 5e just seems to they get the writers to just pad out the books to justify the price. But when you get down to, the crumbs of it, of okay, well, what's happening in this scene, it's really vague. Whereas previously, like there was hundreds of adventures. I mean, 5e's got how many official adventures? 20 maximum. 4e and 3.5e had like hundreds and hundreds. It's like, oh, you want Ravenloft? Here's a fucking bookcase of adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I definitely put more effort into that, but everyone's like, oh, the system, and okay, it's D&D. It's hard. It's a difficult system to master.
can't you just rip the 3.5 stories, 4 stories, and then
Yep.
place them in a 5? Yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
I
That's how you do
have.
it.
I started because everyone's like, oh, I want to play Strahd again. So I started like recreating. It was a 4e adventure. I say adventure, it was quite big. Into 5e, but it was fucking hard work because there's no. Okay, some of the monsters are equivalent, like vampires, and you can easily go, okay, here's a stat block, but the other monsters is like, I've never fucking heard of these things. What's their equivalent? And it was a lot of work. It was a real slog, so I kind of gave up on it.
I suppose you can make up shit as you go along, type thing.
Yeah, there's that as well. But they in the previous editions, they seem to look after the DM a bit more. Like they'd give you more information, so you don't have to go on the fly as much.
Yeah, so you're not just making up bollocks.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll like trip over yourself. Like tonight when we were playing, Sarah noticed it. She's like, "These are very upper worldy dishes, aren't there?" like on the menu. I'm like, actually, shit, yeah, they are. Stop
I
making
didn't.
things.
I'll be honest. I didn't peg. I figured like, oh, because of when the merchant guy said that he was from the upper world, I was like, well, surely cuisine is going to travel. I'm just going to
Yeah.
imagine it's a part
Yeah.
of that, and I
And-
didn't peg.
You did help a convoy reach the city, but normally that wouldn't be the meal of choice.
No, I mean that was either going to go very well or very bad in my opinion. I was like, this is a 50-50.
Yeah.
It all worked out. We got there. We got a rite of passage. We didn't have to. We're not stinky
right.
anymore, thankfully.
I just wanted you to experience a city where you don't have to fight.
It's nice, yeah. And then Dylan nearly got robbed by a fat kid.
Old
think-
mince.
I think,
Although-
I think he stole my microphone.
Oh, I give you inspiration for that shit.
So we'll see what happens next session.
I'm going to get off. I miss my own bed.
All right, Dylan.
Oh yeah, I have to get up early tomorrow. Shit, I forgot about that.
That's partially why I'm absolutely shattered. Is because, well, I'm not that bad, but the bed was tiny.
Oh, and you're a tall lad. Yeah, that's gotta suck, Dill.
Yeah. So I've spent a week in a tiny bed. Now we're contemplating.
Did your
sleeping
tiny
for it.
tiny wife steal most of it?
Yep. You know the drill.
Oh, you poor tiny wife. All right. Thank you very much, Peter, and I will see you guys next week.
Thanks for coming. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Catch you in a bit.
Enjoy your bed, Dill.
Thank you. See you later.